Hi there, my name is Phixfox and welcome back to Heroes, Might and Magic Olden Era. It's a pleasure to have everybody here. Thank you so much to the wonderful people in the comments. We got Eliodar Solash, we got Boreaser, we got Windowella. Man, we got some good people here. Frodo the Blind as well. Thank you to everybody that's here now and thank you to everybody that'll be here later. Folks, let me just show you what I'm looking at the current juncture. This is, in case you can't tell, a spinning hourglass. What is this spinning hourglass? Well, this is the Olden Era playthrough for Old Lord Mandel that we've had. But if you recall last time, we were unable to continue on due to this bug. And I said, oh, I'll just like stop the game. I'll reload. We'll come back. And yeah, that hasn't fixed the problem. So unfortunately, I think that this current run with Old Lord Mandel is dead. So for that reason, we are going to be going back to the main menu and starting up a brand new game. And that gives us an opportunity, since we know that there is officially an early release access date for Heroes, Might and Magic Olden Era. I think it's very nice. It's a good idea to start doing a little bit of preparation. I don't plan on doing an awful lot of the online competitive play. I say that and then, you know, watch as I fall head over heels for it. That could very well happen. But one way or the other, we need to start doing a little bit of preparation, not on 200% difficulty as I typically play on, but at 125. 125% difficulty is the playthrough difficulty that most people play competitive online play with. So we're going to go into a classic scenario. I don't really care which one this is. Due to my time constraints, I'm starting very, very late today, Boreaser, as Boreaser has mentioned. And so we're going to be going into probably, let's do FairNSquare as a large-sized 4-player map. FairNSquare, typically the enemies are on you at about 4 weeks in. But if we're going to play here as the Schism faction, which is kind of the faction that I think is maybe the most intriguing to really learn and delve into. I don't know how many people are going to try to main Schism, but it wouldn't hurt my feelings too bad if I sure tried. We're just going to load on in here, and we're actually going to pick our favorite hero, my favorite hero anyway, Niall, the logistics specialist. She cannot undo the crime, but she can never, or she can sever the guilt and fight for a cause that saves everyone. We're going to put this again on this unfair 125% difficulty. And we're just going to dive in and try to do some strats, try to get to our enemies as quickly as possible. On a Jeebus template, I've seen people break into the center as early as week 1, week 2. We will maybe do just as well, or maybe quite a bit worse. I'm going to plan on doing just a little bit worse, but that's okay. As a classic playthrough, there's lots to be done here. So let me check in on chat and just see how everybody's doing here. Windowella says, Fix Dad is back to give us our daily fix of, oh, it looks like it's Olden Era today. It is Olden Era today. I do, funny enough, I was up extremely late last night doing something of a Phixfox shoutcast. It was brought to my attention that I missed the entire center section of a playthrough of Final Invasion. It just goes from part 1, part 2, and then part 4. I never uploaded it to YouTube. And so I was like furiously searching through all of my data logs, and I back up all of the videos I've ever made onto an external hard drive. And I found the playthrough, and it's no camera, no audio. And I went back and I started to play that last night just so that way I could do a voiceover for it. I will post that Heroes of Might and Magic 2 video to YouTube today, before this Olden Era video comes out, but just kind of funny how these things work. You would think that if I spent the time to play Heroes of Might and Magic, that I would record those videos and actually upload those to the internet. I guess the answer is not so much. Anyway, and yes, Boreaser, very, very late, but hopefully we can get you onto your festival very, very soon. You don't have that GoPro, but if you can record anything from your, I think it's like tabletop RPG playthroughs. It's like, right? I think it's like a festival for tabletop RPGs. Game festivals, that'll be excellent. Any information, if you want to upload that to the Phixfox Discord, I'll be very, very interested to see what you got going on there. Okay, alrighty, folks. We're gonna take a look here. Niall, as a logistics specialty, starts off with basic logistics and an additional 10% movement points. There's a method to the madness. I've really chosen her for this purpose so that I can clear out the adventure map as much as possible. With 2 castles and 10,000 gold, though, I think that immediately you want to purchase multiple heroes. We got Maramatha and we got Funerella. I think I'm okay to have Funerella be hired away from my main hero. Maramatha is going to have so many of these Aga'Shoth riders. I think that that's going to be fairly useful to have her as the necromancer's chill in this general area. I don't know how much she can actually clear out on her own. I don't know how much she can defeat. Looks like maybe she can defeat some fawns. Yeah, maybe. But I don't think that she even starts off, hold on, I forget what Funerella even starts off with. Yeah, necromancy power, not a great hero. You'd love to have a hero that starts off with like a spell or some way that they can clear the adventure map. She has none, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to help us get gold wherever we possibly can. Oh, look, The necromancy specialist wants to learn more necromancy. You sicken me. Lord of the Dead it is. And I get... Basic intelligence is actually really nice. If I can get spells with basic intelligence, then she might prove even more useful to me. So I'm going to pick up these free resources. I'm going to grab whatever I can here. It looks like 1,500 gold. I suppose you could consider saving treasure chests. So that way your main hero, when they come in this direction, they can actually use those things. I don't know if that's actually going to be my best bet or not. Because she is actually... I've made a mistake. I can already tell you. I've made a mistake, folks. I should have dropped all of the necromancy forces, and then I should have picked up any amount of creatures. It looks like it would have been the Aga'Shoths. I should have picked those up because those are native terrain to snow. So if she ever goes off-roading, she's going to have just the worst time. So it might even be worth it to me to hire a second hero or to have her come back. I will plan on hiring a second hero first thing in the morning, but for now, let's just hire our second hero that we planned on. This is going to be a pretty good way of doing this. And let's go to here. Maramotha. Oops. Let's move you up. Maramotha's coming on in. Wait, 2,500 gold. Oh, that's right. You can only have 2 out of 2 heroes. This is why we're doing this, because I don't have a lot of experience on 125% difficulty. So really, you got to hire the right hero at the right time. You really have to. Do I need a full another castle to get another hero? I think so. Unless I go into... No, that's pretty much it. You just need multiple castles. So really, Funerella is kind of a mistake. Not just kind of a mistake, like really a mistake. Huh. Okay. Well, this is why we're learning. We're figuring this out, and figuring things out is the best way of doing anything. We make mistakes, we get messy, and find our way through whatever the issue might be in the future. Okay. So, I don't know, we might end up actually dismissing Funerella, let her go 1 or 2 more days, and then hire Maramotha before the end of the week. That might be what we end up doing. So in the meantime then, Sawmill, probably important, critically important. I'm wondering if my ore mine is to the south. I just don't see the ore mine up here. So Sawmill, looks like we can defeat those forces. We probably should. For now, let's just grab a couple of resources. Experience from the learning stones. That seems pretty obvious to me. Knowledge garden for the +1 knowledge. And given how good our gold is, I still think I should take the gold. But a little bit of extra experience could go a long way on my primary hero. I'm going to take the experience. I don't know if this is the right choice or the bad choice, but I'm going to take this for now. By the way, for Oathkeeper, we have 2 advanced classes. Unbound will increase the level of all heroes' spells to their maximum, which is pretty good. I don't need to tell you that. And then Unfeeling will cause enemies to lose all focus charges at the beginning of each battle round. In the updated version, well, I guess I shouldn't talk about it. There's some really nice UI changes in a build that is currently used to test multiplayer online, and it kind of spells out what the secondary skills should be that you need to go get. There's been some really nice updates to the UI, folks, and when it comes down to making your advanced class, it's a lot easier to tell what you could or could not go for. As it stands, we've kind of made the choice to go for these advanced classes wherever possible. Basic leadership is just that good anyway, so we're going to pick this up. We're going to grab this little bit of ore here. We're going to pick up the learning stone and advanced logistics, 15% movement points. Cannot go wrong with that. Secret passages doesn't really bother me unless I end up playing a little bit of a diplomacy game. I think that you might want this if you're going to play a diplomacy game, or if you know that there's bad terrain in the center like desert, like a Jeebus Cross or such. Lots to do. I'm going to take careful planning for now. And then +1 defense of the Summit Automaton. We're going to make our way up towards this sawmill. It just seems to be the very, very best for me. There's a fountain nearby. That's an obvious pickup. Stinging Sword is to the south. By the way, rest in peace to the gnats and to the wardens. If you haven't noticed, they came up with a big update for the Hive faction. Hive faction is looking very good. Very, very good. Before, it was a little bit difficult to read what was going on, and now there is lots to be said, lots to be done about some high quality creatures, and everybody looks really unique and very different. I'm a big fan of the changes that they've come out with. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go check that out on the Unfrozen Discords, on the Unfrozen Discord, or on the Unfrozen Studios YouTube page. Lots to be done there. We're gonna go with not 1 but 2 of these upgrades. Well, I guess we just did the 1. Abyssal Remnant 2 still needs to be done in our primary castle, I suppose you could say. But let's invest in a little bit of early economy. And folks, I think it's going to be time to do this. There's a part of me that wants to wait for Funerella to get here. I do have 40 movement points. I did just take with the logistics the subskill that allows me to do careful planning. So I'm just going to wait for now. I'm going to pull up these additional troops and I'm going to let the undead fight the undead. And then I'm going to do something tomorrow. So this doesn't actually waste any movement points. We're going to sit here with 4,000 gold in our coffers. We're going to hit end turn and go on to day 2. Okay. Whew. Very good. Very good. Windowella says, I finally watched the hero ranking for the Schism 2. Pretty good, to be honest. I think I mentioned Schism is designed to give counterplay against whatever your enemy has. Yes, I think the Schism faction is going to be definitely... Schism has a good time when their enemies have a bad time. That's truly the very, very best thing I can say about Schism, is that their whole job is to say, oh, I'm sorry, did you want to play the game? Sorry, you don't get to play the game today. Not on my watch. And I love it. I think that that's actually really pretty good. I really enjoy seeing the Schism faction shut people down. Bewitchers are so good at that. Yeah, Bewitchers are just nuts to shut down full stacks. And then I want to call them the Abyssal Barons because that's what they were in the pregame. I forget what they're called now. Hold on, back up. What are you? I keep wanting to call you in the Bloated Mansion Arbitrators. Yeah, it used to be that they were going to be Abyssal Barons, and then they changed that from pregame to postgame, and I still struggle with that, which is funny. But they have some really nice abilities that can shut down the enemy. Yeah, if the enemy is having a fun time, then you're not playing Schism correctly. That's definitely for sure. I hear that loud and clear. Okay, we're going to step in here, and we're going to fight ourselves some Skelly boys and have a really fun time doing it. Let's see. I think that's a bot. Sorry. If you're not a bot, I do apologize, but no, I don't let people advertise on their servers for Discord. Sorry. Appreciate you though. Okay, let's start this up. We want to get down to these 86 skeleton archers. We got 94 skeleton warriors. Lots to be done. Let's do this. Let's just do a full weight. Any spells? Of course not. We're just the logistics specialist. Let's try and use all these necromancer forces and just soak up as much of this damage as possible. Unfortunately, my fastest creature is going to be the Aga'Shoth Riders. It's only 4 speed. I guess that the undead pets should be able to get down there pretty quick. I probably should have positioned them up here. I guess I couldn't have known. Let's just hit weight all around. Just see what we can do here. Let's go to here with the train. Go to here. I will put the Aga'Shoth. I'm going to wait on the Aga'Shoth and the cultists. Yeah, I hate that the Aga'Shoths are the ones taking the damage. Really not too good. Not my favorite thing in the world. Okay. Skeletons can only get to right about there. It's a little bit tough to see in the snow just where that ought to be. I don't love that, but I don't think there's much else I can do with that. So we're going to do skips. Skeletons are going to move forward. They're going to take that first bite out of the skeletons. They wallop the whole bunch. And so because of the way this is working out, I think I'm going to send the undead pets down. Nobody can quite reach, and the morale is not going to be... Well, there's a chance the Aga'Shoths get good morale. I highly doubt it, though. Highly doubt it. Let's waste these forces. Let no undead survive at the end of this fight. Probably, I say probably, I definitely wish that I had not let so many of the skeletons die in that first round. I didn't realize I put them right where I did. A little bit of a problem, definitely a bit of a problem. I'm going to wait on the Aga'Shoths. I expect them to take a little bit of damage here. Cultists are hopefully going to take a huge chunk here, but somebody's got to be able to reach these skeleton archers next turn. I guess it's going to be the Aga'Shoth. Aga'Shoth Riders are going to get some damage off here. We're down to 44 skeletons. Could be worse, could be worse. We're going to kill half the stack of the skeletons. We killed 20. 24 remains. We lose 1 Aga'Shoth Rider. We're going to lose, looks like 3 cultists. Don't love it. I don't think there was much else I could do about that. I'm going to continue to let the Aga'Shoth get a little bit of support here with the heroic strikes. Yeah, they're going to survive, but it's not going to be pretty. There's just so many skeleton warriors, I didn't feel like I could rush by and just deal with the skeleton archers. Perhaps I should have. The problem with these early game fights is that any amount of forces lost just hurts so bad. Even if it's these necromancer forces I didn't really mind losing, it still doesn't feel good. Skeleton archers are going to step up. They're going to kill 1 more Aga'Shoth Rider, trying to let the undead pets just soak up all the damage. Down to 13. That's going to end it for us. So losing a huge stack of Aga'Shoth, 35. We lose 31 of them. Yeah, I must have been able to do that fight a little bit better. You were going to take 2 shots from the skeleton archers. That's for sure. Could we have done that any differently? You were going to take 2 shots. I suppose you could have repositioned the undead pets to the north of the battlefield at the very beginning and then sent them for a beeline so they could have gone straight for the skeleton archers. You could have made sure that your skeletons weren't going to get hit right off the bat by the skeleton warriors and then just lose the full stack. So there were some opportunities to improve there. We just didn't make it happen. Pretty big losses. But again, I don't think that we're going to want to keep Funerella long term. Now that I've realized you can only hire up to 2 heroes, I don't think it's going to be worth it to just hold on to her. She just doesn't factor into my late game plans, not like other heroes do. Folks, look at this. So we're currently going for, it looks like, Unbound, which will increase the level of all hero spells to the maximum. And we have a choice, basic daylight magic or basic scouting. I'm going to go with the basic daylight magic right now, just so we have a little bit of other opportunity. We're going to want to pick up a mage guild as soon as we can, but it's going to be a minute at least. It's going to be a while. How long are we going to keep Funerella? I think I'm going to keep her until she runs out of things to do nearby. Maybe that means that it's going to be maybe even day 6 or day 7, and then that way on the new week we can get additional forces. It sounds like a plan anyway. Let's plan on doing that. Let's see, +1 defense, not too bad. And Cultist Spire, gold, ore, etc. I see more Warden Gnats to the south through the Cultist Spire. I see Skeleton Archers to the north. Skeleton Archers are actually guarding a Aga'Shoth and a Cultist Spire. That's kind of interesting. I could run back. I've got so many movement points. I could run here, and the free experience does feel pretty good. And that might give me an opportunity to get rid of some of these undead pets, actually. Tell you what, let's do this. We're going to drop off all of these weaker forces, and we're going to take just literally half of the Aga'Shoth riders. We're going to split the undead pets. I'm just going to try to get the undead pets to win this fight for me. I will pick up the mage guild now. Maybe I get the right spell for me. Typically, I really like Energize. If you can get up to the bloated mansion in the first week, it feels like you're doing pretty good, because the arbitrators are just that good. So we're going to go for the early game spells. Is there a level 1 spell I'd like? Web's not going to help you against some of these ranged creatures. Blessing is always good. It's not worth spending for it, though, I don't think. 2 gems, 2 crystal, and 2 mercury to unlock. Or is it? I don't think that I actually need the crystal for much else. It's kind of the issue here at the moment. Let's get back out of here. Hold on. Crystal is going to be important for nothing. Nothing. Disturbing summoning Rite. So we are going to need to find a little bit of crystal to get the level 2 mage guild and then get into the Mantishoths, or the Grandshoths rather. Do we see any nearby? Can the treasury afford such an expense? There is a gingerbread house not too far. If worst comes to worst, we can go through some ghosts. So I'm going to do this. We talked about getting this. I was kind of hoping that we could not have to pay any resources to get a nice spell, but we're going to go for the blessing spell. That's going to actually make the Aga'Shoth Rise be pretty good. And then I know we're going to take some losses, but I'm going to save. I'll do single stacks of these Aga'Shoth. All right. And let's go get this village. A couple of common resources. We could probably use the ore after we pick up this situation here. This plus 1,000 experience from the Learning Stone. And expert logistics is clearly the choice. I like basic recruitment. My hero is not going to be staying at home, though. So, folks, we're going to get 20% bonus movement points per day on the adventure map, and then additional points because of Wayfarer for our hero specialty. We're going to go for leaps and bounds. I love leaps and bounds as the ability to get additional movement points every time you fight a fight and win a fight. Let's go into the House of Chains. We are flat broke. And that's going to take us from month 1, week 1, day 2, on to day 3. Alrighty, and Boreaser says, we'll try to compile some shots of the festival, as it is also tomorrow, though my editing and reporting skills are 0. I really appreciate that you're willing, though. I'm so grateful that you're willing. I hope that they let you. I hope that there's no problems with them trying to talk with you, and you just being in there, doing a little bit of reporting for us, you know? I mean, I'm all the way over here in America, so I'd really, really appreciate it if I could just kind of get a little bit of an insight and see what you got going on. That would be fun for me. So if you're able to, no pressure, but if you're able to, that would be awesome. Okay, not good. Let's rush down the battlefield as quickly as we can. Let's hope that these undead pets can actually do quite a bit. These ones and these ones can rage. Yeah, so I'm going to leave maybe the Aga'Shoth Riders somewhat in reserve. I don't actually want them to tangle with these forces. I really don't. With the Undead Pets, I mean, I'm going to lose 2 more Aga'Shoth Riders here. Simply will. I could do Healing Water and just save the top stack, maybe. Let's do Healing Water. Let's try and save every single fighting force. I am still going to move forward. And then wait, we're still going to be outside of the most effective range. Oh, that's just sickening. That's, ooh, good morale. Is going to lose us an extra whole 2 extra Aga'Shoth Riders. Not good. Not good. Heroic Strikes are going to come in as the Undead Pets continue to do their damage. The Fawn's a very interesting tier 1 unit because they have the parry ability, which means that they're always going to hit first. They tend to just kind of rough me up in a way that I don't really appreciate. Do not appreciate it, but it also feels like, in general, well, I haven't really played the Grove faction, right? Let me just say that. I haven't played the Grove faction, but it feels like even a huge stack of Fawns is not going to be your very best bet. I'm going to be interested to see. It looks like early on you're going to go strictly with the ranged Fawn archers and such. And then in the late game, you might end up switching into the Fawn warriors just so they can be a little bit tankier and they can do a little bit more damage. I think that's going to be very interesting to see how people switch from upgraded unit to upgraded unit when they get into, you know, some more play. For now, we're just not really sure what the future is going to hold, but it'll be exciting is what I'm trying to say. I'm excited to see what's going to be exciting. Okay, I think if I just get out of the way here, my Aga'Shoth Rider make it? Not quite. We'll step up. We'll step down. I think that this guy is surrounded. Yeah, just keep killing the hounds. Please keep killing the Undead Pets. That's all I want. Don't kill anybody else. And that should do it. Not quite. Wow, not quite. Okay, okay, okay. That'll do it. Undead Pets, tier 3 creatures, they're really not bad. We only lost 2 of them, but again, losing all these Aga'Shoth Riders, it's like the Fawns knew what I didn't want to have happen. Yep, they knew. They knew. Okay, we do have a sawmill. Let's go for the ore instead of the wood. Actually, was that a good choice or a bad choice? I think I should have double checked. Bloated Mansion. Okay, it's 5 and 5. Okay, it'll be fine. But it does cost wood to get into the Abyssal Remnants, and that is your main way of gold generation. I think I've got a bank. Yeah, let's pick up the bank right now. At least it's kind of even for what it's worth. A part of me wants to get the marketplace just so I can trade if necessary. I don't think that's going to be the best use of my 5 and 5. We're not going to be too far away from getting resource riches. We can get resource riches if we really get into a bind. I'm going to continue to go for tax collectors and our faction laws. Faction laws are a really interesting opportunity, I think, for us as players to figure out what our early game strategy is going to be. And as impactful as it will be in the late game to have certain strategies nailed down, I think it's going to be much better actually to figure out what you want in the mid to late game. There's going to be a lot of choices and there's going to be a lot of deviating strategies. Thank goodness for it too. I think that's going to be rather exceptional. Okay, do you want to take the Undead Pets and sacrifice your pathfinding ability? I don't think I do. I think at this point we're just going to continue to explore and go every which way. That's kind of my plan at the moment. We're going to grab a fountain, another 6 units of wood there. Goblin cash is 2,000 gold already. We're picking up pretty good gold. Good job, Funerella. I'm going to have to take just 2 steps up. I think that this is a dead end. It is. There's gold here to the rear. You can't go through this portal. It is guarded by tons of crazy creatures. Don't want any part of that. And then everything else, I think I want to go into the snow in this territory. If nothing else, you got to be ready for these fawns. You know what? We talked about not taking these Undead Pets. There is one big battle yet to go. So we probably should do that. In the meantime, let's pick up... you still got a purchase that you need to make here. We're going to go for the Abyssal Remnant too. That's going to make sure we don't fall too far behind. We're not going to pick up the Cultists. I thought about it. We're not going to do that. We got to get the ore mine. It's just a non-negotiable. We've picked up tons of extra experience. We're going to be a better hero than we otherwise would have been. I guess I could go for this Tomb of the Nameless Hero. No, it looks like it's guarded by Hornets or Chanters or something. Provide Memorial for the Medusa? That's interesting. Yeah, it says it's an impossible battle, and I'm inclined to agree. Let's take just a few steps up and see if there's any other opportunities that are free. Huh. A little bit of walking goes a long way. Stinging Sword. Aga'Shoth stables. Yeah, it's all a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much for me. There's a magic well. Part of me wants to grab that. I just don't think I got the forces for this. I really don't. Really don't. We'll tell you what, we're out of movement points anyway, so we don't have to think about it too much. Everybody's just going to be ready to figure out what they want to do next. Let's hit end turn and go on to day 4. Chris is in the chat. What's up, Chris? Nice to have you there. Welcome, welcome. Hi to the real Phixfox. Just checking in, saying hello. Sadly, it's bedtime for me, and I'm in bed watching you on my phone. I'm in danger of falling asleep. It's been an intense day, so good night. Hey, good night to you. Hope you're doing very, very well. Thank you so very, very kindly. Front of the Blind says... Let's see. Front of the Blind says, like you once said, or you once did a tier ranking for Heroes 2 creatures, would you consider doing a tier list for Olden Era creatures? I would be interested in doing that. Yeah, I'm down for that. That doesn't sound like too big of an issue. In general, I mean, yeah, Olden Era creatures are interesting and varied, and I think I've got enough experience. I don't feel like I would be wasting people's time. That'd be the number one thing that I don't want to do, folks. I don't want to pretend like I know more than I do, but I do think I've got a pretty okay grasp on relative strength from one creature to another. I think that there's still a ton of nuance, though, to pick up. And so, you know, there's a part of me that wants to get as much experience as possible. I definitely think I want to wait to do a tier ranking video like that after we get into the full early release access. That's gonna be probably the best thing for us, because then I'm not gonna worry too much about wasting my time or your time when they're gonna make some changes, because there are changes. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be changes, that's for sure. Okay, we got 5k gold here. It's the other castle that we had the House of Chains in, huh? No, it's this one. No, it's this one. Bloated Mansion, we just need the gold. You gotta get the bank now. The bank is just that valuable. And for the other castle, I am gonna spend on resource riches. It's just too good. Early game economy, really, really important. I picked up the bank there. I'm gonna forego the Abyssal Remnant 3. And I think I want to go into whatever I can here, unless you just wait one day and then you get the bloated arbitrators next thing in the morning. Because if you do, then the rest of these forces become much easier to deal with. So much easier to deal with. Let's plan on that. We're not going to pick up Concubi. Concubi are good, but they're not great. It's really the bloated arbitrators that are fantastic. So we're going to wait here. We're going to save the movement points. Yeah, 67. So we're actually going to give up 17. We're going to hit end turn and go on to the new day. Gotta get the ore mine. I'd like to fight that earlier. I just don't think that the losses would be worth it. I'm just very loss risk adverse at this current juncture. Not my favorite thing. Okay, 4,100 gold. Let's go for the arbitrators. And then sure, we'll go for the concubi, 3 of them. Everything else will stay. I'm gonna get, let's see, yeah, I'm out of gold. Out of gold, so that's gonna be that. Iridescent Abbey doesn't seem like the play. Carrion Pile, hard no. Mira's Altar. That's maybe a week 2 sort of a situation. I'd love to pick up some of these early summonings. I'd love to. I'd love to clear out all those. You got to get the ore first, though. You can't get walls if you can't get that. But look at this. We got one fountain, and then we have a second fountain, and you can pick up both of them on the same day. That's really kind of a cool little way to improve all of your movement points. Yeah, I'm very impressed with that. That's going to work very, very well for us. I think that we're going to hit those 2 fountains a lot. So let's fight this fight finally. Since it's a victory, let's not see what the losses are going to be just yet. And we got Bician in the chat. Hello, nice to have you here. Good evening from Sweden. I hope everything is well. Have they confirmed that 125% will be used for the multiplayer ladder? I have seen no official confirmations. It's a great question, but typically that's what everybody else has indicated. And I think that the general goal that a lot of people would have is not to make the game player versus environment. I think that for the most part, the developers do want to make it player versus player. And so if the environment is just too tough to handle, then there's issues there. I think that 125 is probably that sweet spot where people can have a lot of fun and they don't feel like they are just getting destroyed before they even get to see an enemy. I think we all know that it's not particularly fun when that does happen. We'll have to wait and see. Who can say? Who can say? Anything that I tell you right now would just simply be a guess. So, my guess. But thank you for being here. And if you hear anything, folks, let me know. I'll be very interested to hear what other people have to say. If you hear something, let me know. Enlarged Shadow. Spawn Warriors are so fast, plus Nature's Fury. There's going to be so many of these guys. I wasn't paying attention to turn order due to the 7-speed initiative, and I don't have a tool to slow these guys down. I do not have a tool to slow these guys down. I think we're going to take so much damage onto these cultists. I don't think I can help it. And if I move out of the way, then the Arbitrators are going to get attacked. I think it's okay. I don't think I'm going to lose an Arbitrator, though. I don't think I will. I just don't want them to attack cultists from this angle and prevent the Arbitrators from also doing the damage. This is bad. I'm just gonna defend. Yep, there you go. We lose all the cultists. Yeah, saw that coming. Jeez, not good. Not good at all. And I don't think I'm going to reposition with the Arbitrators. I think at this point, I'm kind of dedicated to dealing with what's right in front of me. So let's just do the Heroic Strike back here. Continue to deal with these stacks. Let's focus on these guys right in front of our face. The damage is minimal because of paradoxical shots. I'm going to wait one more time. Aga'Shoth Rider goes down. Here's the retaliation out of the way. Once and twice. Not good, not good. We're going to do the melee attack. You have to manually click that unless you want to get out of the way. I guess I could reposition. And that'll actually make me do a bunch of damage. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's reposition. You can do 4 steps back. They're still going to be able to reach us next turn, but our damage goes up a tiny bit anyway. Yeah, but now the riders can't get into you. What are you doing? But they're going to be 4 speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess we just defend again. Okay, 2 Aga'Shoth Riders goes down. So that does keep the Concubine and the Arbitrators safe. That's something anyway. At this point, with only 4 Spawn Warriors being right here, I'm going to do a little bit of shenanigans here. Heroic Strikes and such. Let's keep this one Aga'Shoth Rider alive. If I attack and if I kill them all, then I won't lose Aga'Shoth Rider. Oh wait, of course there's a parry. Silly of me. I knew that. You knew that. Did Phixfox know that? Don't talk about yourself in the third person. Unbecoming of a gentleman. I'm not saying I'm the most genteel person ever, but my folks raised me right. Despite the fact that I talk like I'm a hillbilly, hey, my folks raised me right. They schooled me appropriately. I know better. And any of my flaws and faults do not reflect poorly on my parents. In fact, that is one of my favorite things about the Heroes 3 video I did with my dad. It really, you get an opportunity to see my dad, and you could be like, wait, Phixfox, we see how cool your dad is. What happened to you? Well, you know, I am my father's son, but in my own sort of way. Advanced Intelligence, this is going to be tier 4. Sure, why not? We'll pick up Genius for now. Expert Intelligence, sure, why not? This is so interesting because I'm not planning on keeping Funerella. I'm really not. I'm planning on kicking her to the curb as quickly as I can. The very biggest mistake I made on day 1 was not realizing we had a hero cap and me completely ignoring Maramotha. I think I gotta make up for that. You'd think that we'd be doing much better with all those extra Aga'Shoth Riders. I know we would be doing much better. Huge error on my part. Huge error. Okay, well, no use crying over spilt milk. Lesser summoning rites. Let's clear 1, 2, 3 dwellings, and let's just be ready for week 2. That's gonna be my next best choice. We're gonna destroy all these troglodytes and go from there. And Bysan says, I have read people saying that 125% is used in the current playtest in their channel on Discord, but they're on the NDA, so I can't be sure if it's someone just guessing. 125% seems reasonable, though. Yeah, I would say that that's that sounds right to me. Yeah, that sounds right to me, folks. I'll tell you this: I do have access to that build, but I can't get a play. I can't get a game. I've tried at different times and different days. I've tried to find a game online, and it just keeps spinning. Sometimes I'll wait for 15 minutes before I just kind of leave. And I understand that in that build that people are confined to their own sort of server, right? Like there's European servers, there's Asian servers, etc., etc. It could just be that I've got an issue with the server that I picked. And if that's the case, my bad. But I don't think that that's particularly breaking the NDA there. I can at least confirm that I've got access to it. Hey, I haven't played any games though, so better for worse, that's where we're at. Okay. Slaps. Slaps are good. Lots of different slaps. This army slaps. Now we've flagged this external dwelling. I'm just gonna wait. I don't think I can take any of these forces. We're gonna continue to clear experience. Colosseum's kind of interesting. Cultist Spire, kind of interesting. It says we're gonna lose 2 Aga'Shoth Riders. I think that at this point I need to save whatever forces I can. We'll skip a couple times. Focus on the big Infernal Troglodyte stack. But it would be kind of interesting. Okay, well, would it be interesting? Probably not interesting. But I could understand if it was on 200% difficulty as the default sort of settings. You're going to have a lot of times where a player is going to have to be aggressive in trying to take fights that they shouldn't take. And then you're going to have a lot of games that end before players actually see each other. At 125, I think you can reasonably believe that people are, for the most part, not going to go down to just some bad RNG or some bad luck or just a simple miscalculation. I do see it happen quite a bit in the Horn of the Abyss online competitive plays that people do, that they will miss out on, you know, they'll just have to restart. They'll just have to GG it to their opponent because, hey, they lost a critical fight and they just lose, whether it's one hero mode or something else. And so I think that for the most part, if I'm a developer, I'd like to prevent my player base from having that sort of experience. Even if you say to them, hey, just get good, you could just say, hey, get good. Something tells me that that wouldn't go over very well. Yeah. So 125 does seem better than 200%. But at this point, I'm very much calibrated more to 200% than anything. And that's kind of messing me up here because all of my early game strategy, I'm really testing my early game limits. And I don't know if I'm doing myself a service or not. I feel like I'm actually, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm maybe causing myself more grief than I would like. Okay, a couple of gnats. Again, very sad that these gnats are not going to be here in the future. Should I fight all of this? I should be able to. Should be able to. Yeah, a couple of arbitrators, like instantly. If you have arbitrators, all these fights instantly become winnable. Even if you take some other minor losses, it's all still winnable. Voyager says, okay, it's time for me to have fun. Hey, have so much fun. It's always a pleasure to see you. I hope that your game convention, your game festival goes so well, and I'll be looking forward to anything that you do provide for us in the future. Take very good care, sir. Voyager, we'll get you around. Bye. Okay. Yeah, if you've got even just a few of these arbitrators, you're doing so good. Life is so good. Now, is it Bloom? What ability is it? Magic Core, there you go. Upon death, this creature increases its hero's spell power by 1. It's not the one. There's another one of the hoplets that'll do damage when the whole stack dies. I forget which one it is, though. You'd think I would know, but I just can't remember. I can't recall. Oh, well. Concubine are tough. They're doing just fine. Hoplets are going to get a little bit of damage off. Who do they attack? Aga'Shoth Riders. Okay. No losses, no additional materials. Just fine for me. And we are going to level up. Let's level up as many times as we can. Okay. Resistance is purple. You can barely see it, but resistance actually goes into unfeeling, and we're currently going into the Unbound advanced class. So let's pick up the basic scouting, folks. Let's just get super awesome hero. Let's just do that. We wanted to pick up this because now that 6 additional wood goes so far for us. We'll pick up this village first thing in the morning, I'm guessing. Let's attack here. Any losses? We'll accept that. +1 attack from the Stinging Sword. +1 attack from the... +1 attack from the... Star Axes. I don't know if I can prevent losing an Aga'Shoth Rider here. These locusts are pretty tough. Spells. I guess I could do a bless on the arbitrator. We got 49 spell points remaining after all is said and done. So you might as well, I think. We're gonna kill pretty much the full stack. We kill 11, it says. That's good. That'll work. Oh, and folks, I said it already, but I'll say it again. In case you did not notice, the Hive faction reveal did come out. And they've got the new tier 1 unit for Hive. It looks so crazy. I love it. These wardens have been replaced by, I don't know, it's kind of like these parasites. Tier 1 parasites, and they've got a big worm that's like sucking the brains out of its host, and they just like walk down the battlefield and like slap you. Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely horrific, which I'm not here to play Heroes of Might and Magic as a horror game, but I recognize there's a lot of value there. So I'm okay for it. I really am. All right, we got 5,800 gold, folks. If you're going to get Aga'Shoth Riders, you got to defeat, or you got to let go of Funerella right now. You've got to let go of her right now. Is there any way I can... do you really want to just let go of 2,500 gold? I don't think you do. I don't think you want to let go of 2,500 gold. Yeah, but think about it. It's 2,500 gold, and you get all of the Aga'Shoth riders. Like, Aga'Shoth riders are... It doesn't tell me how much they are. It should. I think that actually changes with the new upcoming UI. But if we're talking about hiring this hero, just for the Aga'Shoth riders alone, that might be worth it. 2,500 gold. What is the opportunity cost as far as buildings? We could get into the House of Chains, 2,500 gold there. Okay, so that wouldn't slow that down. Cultist Spire for 1,000 gold. Did we ever pick up a marketplace? I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't ever pick up a marketplace, so we'd need 200 gold to make that purchase work as well. I don't know. You can get a marketplace, and you can get House of Chains too if you wanted. Let's not get any upgraded dwellings for now. Let's just focus on this. By the way, Walls 1 does not give you additional forces. Walls 2 does, but not Walls 1. Abyssal Remnant. I mean, it's an extra 500 gold and an extra 1,000 law points per day. I don't think that's particularly worth it. By the way, we're focusing on tax collectors, resource riches, generation wisdom, and then frozen homeland. So we're getting additional XP, 10% XP here, the basic 500 extra gold per day. We took the one-time bump in gold, ore, and wood. And then frozen homeland is really nice because on your native terrain, your forces get additional attack and defense skills. So it's a really nice way of buffing up your early forces. Kind of like making your early game just very aggressive, which I do enjoy. And then down the road, we're probably going to go into 1 point into survival conditions. Typically goes very, very well because it gives you +1 wood and ore. Nice faction law point there. And then we'll just see where else we can get. Probably the rest of generational wisdom, the rest of frozen homeland. And then I like to get into at least, where is it? 1 point of mining mercury. And then it's really not until the tier 4 that your faction law points really take off. Okay. Do you want to hire Maramotha? I do. I do, darn it. I really do. So I really will. This is so sad. Let's go to Iridescent Abbey. These forces aren't going to get any bigger. I'm not actually going to attack. Can I reach over here? No. This is so silly. I can't believe I'm doing this. What an error. Day 1 error, not picking up Maramotha. But next turn, we should get additional heroes in the tavern. Maybe we get something really, really nice. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to hire these or move these heroes over right now. Everybody but the undead pets. And we're going to be just ready to pick up this village here on the new day with Maramotha. Maramotha's got a lot of picking up to do. Very sad. This was not ideal. These things do happen. Okay, we're going to be ready for this upcoming go. With 3,300 gold, let's pick up a Aga'Shoth stable. And in the main castle, let's finally pick up that marketplace. Having that would have given us a little bit of extra flexibility. For now, that's going to be the end of day 6. We're on to day 7 here. I guess I was a day short. For some reason, I thought it was day 7. We'll come back. I know I want that wood in a second. For Abyssal, Advanced Abyssal Communion, we're going to go for our True Home. And Basic Summon Avatar, absolutely. Basic Summon Avatar is so good for Schism because of the subskill that helps you summon additional creatures. Yeah, that's particularly good. With the 23 Aga'Shoth Riders, I think I can get into this area now, actually. So let's do this. Let's go into the fountain. Let's go into the gingerbread house. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Alrighty. Moving forces back. I should have split off some single stacks, but you can tell I got one little bit of Abyssal Communion stack going here. We got an additional Aga'Shoth Rider. That's not too bad. In this case, next chance I get when I go back to that level 1 Mage Guild, I do need to get Energize. If you get Energize, you can spend the spell points to make sure that you can command fear your enemies away. It really is one of my favorite things, and it's always worth spending the gold on. These creatures are going to take a little bit of time to get down the battlefield. I'm not too scared. It's not going to hurt me this time, but it might hurt me next time. Okay. Wait. 15 to 20. We're down to a stack of 23 and a stack of 30. And 8 to 12 over 6 to 9. Always. Aga'Shoth Riders kill the full stack. Not once, but twice. Okay. And then Gingerbread House. This is nice because this gives us a full extra day of Gingerbread House. We talked about needing Crystal last time, so we'll pick up the Crystal now. Myra's Altar. I still think that that's going to be a week 2 purchase or a week 2 take, as will be this Black Tower. Iridescent Abbey, though. I think that this is actually super easy to take. Let's grab that. And then that's maybe going to put us a little bit closer to Endless Spire next time. Let's do Seagull Stacks, just to kind of get in the way. Says it's gonna be a victory. We'll fight this ourselves. You know, Arbitrators with 80 HP can actually take a hit quite a bit better than the Concubus can. We do know that there's gonna be, you know, big stack of the crazy, what are you? Inquisitors in the bottom right. We want to stay far away from you. Everybody else is gonna stay over in this direction. I'm gonna put the Aga'Shoth Riders over here. Let's fight from left to right in this creature bank. Yeah, so Hierophants and Sun Heralds on the left, and then Light Weavers on the far right. So the Aga'Shoth Rider here is just going to step and prevent losses. Arbitrators, I don't know if I'm going to spend the Arbitrators shots to deal with the Inquisitors. I think you have to right from the get-go. We might even bless. We'll see. I'm going to stay within range of this top stack. We'll see if that's going to be useful or not. Bit of damage here. Everybody else is covered up. I kind of like to kill these Hierophants before too much else happens. Aga'Shoth Riders take just a little bit of a nudge worth of damage. I don't want anything to do with these Inquisitors, so we're going to start to do some damage there. Looks like we got the Inner Light ability onto the 5 Light Weavers. Kind of interesting there. I did not expect that. That means that they're not going to be able to do infuse armor and be faster. So I think I'm actually going to end up backing up with the Concubi. Oh no, oh my goodness, look at this. We're going to have to move Aga'Shoth Riders here and here. So we'll attack here. No good morale, I'm sure. We'll go to here. We'll go to here. And they can't even like do the Celestial Flail. They're just going to kill one Aga'Shoth Rider. Let's start doing the damage there. We'll do that again. You better believe we'll do that again. And I'm going to Command Fear. I'm going to reposition all the way back here. Peace out. Goodbye. And that'll buy me a little bit of additional time. They are going to have enough focus points, I think, to cast in just a second. I think that they will. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. And if they do, it's going to be +1 speed or +2? +1 speed, so I just need a backup. And then even if they did that, then they wouldn't be able to kill me. I'll wait. Do the damage. We'll kill 3. Cultists are waiting. And the Aga'Shoth Riders, I think that they're not going to get the full damage off. They're not going to kill them, but I'm going to take the damage. We'll lose this one top stack of Aga'Shoth Rider because it's not actually a real Aga'Shoth Rider. That's just my Abyssal Communion stack. So there's actually no losses in this fight. Oh, that's right. We lost the original 2, but yeah. The Arbitrators are just that good. They are just that good, and I'm so grateful for it. Oh, geez. Minotaur Lords, though. Wait, is that Minotaur Lords or Minotaur Vanguard? That should be the Vanguard, actually. That's not a fight I want at all. And I don't like these Carrion piles. These just don't feel worth it. I do not like the Warmos. They're just not good enough. Like, the cost, it's just not good enough. Tell you what, though, I'm looking at this Myra's Altar. That's looking a bit better than it did before. With 7,500 gold, I could probably get into this Eerie Summoning Rite, but could I defeat the forces? We got plenty of movement points. I could get a level 1 Mage Guild. I could spend to get Energize if I don't just roll it naturally. Unless you want to try to make some of the purchase. I'm going to do this. We're going to get into this level 1 Mage Guild here. So we got 2 level 1 Mage Guilds. Did we roll Energize? We did not. I'm actually going to spend to pick up Energize. I think that I should be able to take that now with 5,000 gold left. I guess there's no other purchases I can make. Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought I had some additional forces here. I guess I hired everybody. It says it's an impossible battle. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. If you're going to play on 125% difficulty, you got to do a better job of being aggressive. And typically I play a little bit too careful. That's for sure. I recommend, Bysan says, I recommend holding down Alt to show resources. Yep, you just hit Alt, and so then you can see over there and over here. So holding down the resources a little bit more often. For example, there's crystal on the left of the Dark Tower, behind another object I don't know the name of. Let's see, Dark Tower, this tower? I'm so excited. Where is this? I believe you. I completely believe you. I just need to find this. Am I getting warmer? Am I getting colder? Warmer? Colder? Yes, that tower. You got the crystal there? Okay. Oh, right here near the gingerbread house. Oh. Okay. Is there... I can't quite tell. In the newest version, there is some additional coloring that you can do, and it makes things much more visible on snow. I think the Schism has a bit of an issue. I love Schism as a faction. I don't like playing on snow though. It's weird that I might not play as much Schism just because the readability is a little bit lower for me. No, right to the left, next to it. Oh, you're right. It's right there. Oh, it's behind the Myra's altar. There you go. We found it. Yes, I didn't even see that. But there is crystal right there. And we were looking for crystal. We wanted crystal and we found crystal. Hey, you are a sharp-eyed viewer. I appreciate that. I don't know. What's the best way of playing Olden Era? All the way down here so we can see everything, or all the way back up here so we can see the whole map? This is really hard to view as a viewer, I think. I typically like to go right about here before the camera starts to pan down. That's where it's my comfort spot. Okay, folks, I thought about this enough. If we're going to do this, we should go do this. Let's do some single splits. Let's go fight this fight. It's going to say we lose. Oh, it says we're going to win, but we're going to do even better because we're going to have the Energize spell now. Okay, let's start combat. 3 stacks of 12 on the Vine Eriads, multiple stacks of the Dawn Hoplets. Morning Dew generates +1 focus charges. Okay. Okay. That means that we should expect lots of Awakened Earth, which is a little bit scary. Don't love that. We are going to cast the Energize immediately, by the way. Yeah, completely immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts. We also did pick up the Lightning Bolt spell, by the way. But that's not really going to be the strat. Really not going to be the strat. Everybody waits. And because the Hoplets are going to come upon me first, I think I want to devote 1 shot to them. How slow are you? 2 speed? We might be able to just kite these guys out. 4 speed, 2 speed. No, the Concubus. But then again, I am going to have command reposition. I'm going to devote 1 shot to the Hoplets, and then from henceforth, I'm going to let everybody else deal with the Hoplets as they get a little bit closer. So we're going to skip. Yeah, Vine Eriads are so slow. Oh, they're so slow. But they're still so scary. They do pack enough damage that I don't enjoy them. We'll kill 3 to 5 here. And if I can defeat them, or if I can go attack them, I will. Let's step up and do a defense position here and here. My 20 can attack, and they will. We're going to kill 9 to 11. We kill 10. Sweet. Awesome. And we're still going to stay safe, far, far away from the vines. Skip, skip. Should I attack here? If I do, I will be attacked, so I can't, in good faith, attack here, but the Concubi can do a little bit of damage. So there's possible that they get good morale. It's possible. If they get good morale, I'm going to just be so sad. So let's just assume that that doesn't happen. Oh, but then I get good morale. Well, that's not fair. If my enemies don't get good morale and I do, that's just not fair, folks. What can I say? Down to 8 of the Hoplets. Oh my goodness, 3 to 4. That leadership we're taking is already paying dividends. This whole fight is so much better already. I can already tell you. And now it's just time to blast these guys from afar. I do need to do my command fear already. No, you gotta wait 1 more turn. So let's actually wait. Yeah, sounds crazy, but you want to wait because you want them to get a little bit closer, and then you want to command reposition, fear them 4 hexes away. That's going to save you a lot of extra time. So you go from here all the way back. Boop. And then the damage drop-off doesn't start just yet. Yeah, it does actually. 97 to 124 versus 90 to 116. So we're going to attack this far stack, even though they're not going to be on us anytime soon. I just want to do max damage at the moment. By the way, our spells are in a pretty good spot. Our focus points, we're up to 3. So now I'm kind of considering doing this energy blast. You could do lightning bolt for 45 points of damage, or you could do energy explosion, which is 40 points of damage per focus charge. So right now it's 120. I don't want to do that. I don't know if these guys are going to get closer together though. They might. So I'm gonna wait. It's gonna cost me a couple of focus point charges. Yeah, it might cost me a little bit. Let's just wait one more turn and just see what they do. Do they get closer? They don't get closer together, but can I AoE it like by hitting in the middle? It looks like I can. So we're gonna do 3 focus charges worth of damage there, plus a heroic strike for another 2. Cultists are gonna step back. Concubine are gonna kill another 1. Aga'Shoth Riders are, this is my lowest stack. I'm just gonna try and, oh, it's not my lowest stack. It's gonna step back just a moment or so. And I don't mind casting these heroic strikes at this point. If I wait a little bit though, if I sacrifice this guy and just put him right here, I think he's just gonna go to here and then attack, and that might not be ideal for me. Let's just wait. 1, 2, we gotta back off here. I'll take that for sure. Concubine are gonna do just a tiny bit more damage. Actually, we'll wait. We'll let them get just a bit closer. It's time to command fear again. I want to wait to do the command fear though. I'm gonna wait. Let them get just a little bit closer. Oh no. AoE damage, lots of AoE damage. He did his Awaken Earth ability, so I don't love that. But we're up to full focus point charges anyway. Energy explosion. We're gonna kill a bunch. And then I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna attack with the 1 cultist. Oh no, wait, that's not good because then we take the AoE damage. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then let's command fear the big stack of 8 all the way back. Now we're gonna do the heroic strike to, I guess, right here. 19 of the Aga'Shoth are gonna pop right here, plus the concubine. This should be fine. I don't know if this guy's gonna be able to awaken Earth. He might be able to. He might be able to. So we're just gonna step to here, kill 3. Oh, this is good. This feels okay. 28 HP left. This is not the main fight. The main fight is the upcoming Abyssal fight, so I don't want to spend any more of my points. I think I just want to stay right here. Let's continue to do some heroic strikes. And we're going to just... we're just going to skip. Skip. Damage. Okay. Not my favorite thing, but okay. Go 1 to 2. And then, yeah, let's let these Aga'Shoth Riders do so much damage. We're going to help here to make sure the Aga'Shoth Riders kill a full 2 with no retaliation. And it's going to be Concubine and Arbitrators. Do we kill the full stack? We do. Perfect. Okay. So I like the way that fight went. And really, it comes down to the Arbitrators being able to just push people away. I think that, honest to goodness, I don't want to say this out loud because the developers might hear me. And I don't want them to nerf the command fear ability, but I really love it. And I really think it's too powerful. I think that the cooldown needs to be increased by 1. Please don't. As somebody who likes the Schism faction, please don't do that. But I think it might be in everybody's best interest if you do. I'm just saying. Okay, advanced leadership. We're gonna pick morale by +2. I'm so glad that that's working so well. And enemy morale reduced by 1 in battle. That's kind of interesting. Chance to take an additional turn increases by more. Yeah. Okay. Ups and downs. I don't really get ups and downs. Whenever a friendly creature triggers negative morale, its morale increases by 5 until the end of the next round. So if you do get... But you've already got positive morale. Who's going to make it so you have even worse morale? I don't really get that. I might be completely wrong about how valuable this is, but this feels useless to me. We're going to go Hero of Legends. There's a Borloth's Heart for +1 spell power. Abyssal Envoys. How many is it? It's 4. So I'm definitely not going to fight this. I'm going to wait till the new week. But there's a big part of me that wants to send Maramotha back, pick up forces, and then attack it first thing in the morning. I think I'm going to do that. I do think I will do that. By the way, Frozen Homeland +1. And with 5,000 gold, I am going to pick up... Should I get the involuntary summons? If I get the involuntary summons, I could probably use it right now. It's so expensive, and we want to spend gold first thing in the morning. By the way, we're getting 5,500 gold, 2 wood, 2 ore, 0 gems, 0 crystal, 0 mercury. I think I'm just going to save this. I'm not going to make a purchase here at this other castle. Maybe a mistake, but for now, we're just going to hit end turn and go on to a new day. Bysand says, yeah, I don't get the value of ups and downs either. I never pick it. I guess it could be useful if you face a hero with items that reduces your morale, but it's really, really niche. I completely agree. It is really, really niche. Like, yeah, if the enemy finds a way to bust through my +2 morale from my advanced leadership, then okay. But my forces right now are going to be just really highly motivated. So I don't see how that's going to happen. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I want to know. I want to know what I'm missing out on this, but it seems like I must be missing something. I truly must be. Okay, so there's ore storage there. I think Maramotha is basically going to run out of movement points. Not quite. Perfect. So let's get my high quality troops first. And I'm going to spend everybody here. I want this fight against these Abyssal Envoys to go so well. We're going to get all the way up to here. I'm going to let myself pick up the fountain, do my little hero swap, send everybody over. Not the undead pets. I will take the undead pets. Maybe they can take a big hit for me at some point. I will do that. And then we are going to split off one single Abyssal, or rather Arbitrator, because they have 2 separate cooldowns for the Command Fear ability. So that might make things go even better for me. So Maramotha is going to see if they can pick up the fountain. They do. They need lots of stuff. We need additional wood. So let's go grab this. We've already picked up the fountain here. Do you stop it in my Resulta right now? I don't think so. I think we'll grab that in a second. Let's one of the spell power from Borloth's Heart. And then let's grab this Eerie Summoning Altar. Yeah, instantly the battle says it's much more winnable. I think it's going to be very winnable with very minimal fights. Phixfox wife is in here. Hey, Phixfox wife. Hello, hello. Just checking in. You look bright-eyed. I was telling everybody at the beginning that I was up way, way, way too late last night. And, geez, not good. I'm embarrassed to say how late I was up last night, Phixfox wife, but you know how late I was up last night. It's much better to be here and now and not be as sleepy as I could be. So, hope you're doing well, sweetie pie. Love you. Folks, if you don't know, Phixfox wife is clearly Phixfox's wife, and she is just a doll. Just the best thing to ever happen to me. It's funny, I was at the dentist the other day, and I really don't love the dentist, but I was at the dentist, right? And the dentist knows my dear sweet wife, and, you know, was telling me, oh, you know, how about this? How about that? How's your wife doing? And at some point, I think I said the words, my wife is the best thing to ever happen to me. He's like, dude, she's not here. You don't have to lie. And I'm like, no, but it's true. She's the best thing to ever happen to me. So just in case I haven't said it recently to the whole wide world, my dear sweet wife is, in fact, the best thing to ever happen to me. This terrain is kind of interesting. I immediately regret moving the cultists here, because now the Aga'Shoth riders can't get down. I'm going to move the Roshoths up. Undead pets are going to go to here. We're just going to do some skips. No, hold on. It's Concubine's turn. Aga'Shoth riders are going to step down. You can get Will of the Abyss, plus 1 more action. I'm immediately, I think, going to spend on Energize 1 more time. 11 spell points left. That's fine. I will take this shot with the Concubine. I'll take the shot here against the top stack, big scary stack. I'm going to Command Fear this guy back. Don't even touch me. Don't even look at me. And then when the cultists go, yeah, I'm just going to move the cultists to right here. So that way Aga'Shoth riders have access wherever they need to go. Yeah, this doesn't really seem fair now, does it? Uh-oh. Somehow I completely messed this up. At least the undead pets. No, not the cultists. Wow. Are these guys just faster than I thought that they were? These guys must just be faster than I thought. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Well, I still like the way that this all went. This fight went much better than it could have. How about that? Let's just do a heroic strike here. We're not gonna be able to kill that top stack. I should have heroic striked here so I could do the damage there. Let's just wait. Big concubine hit here. 1 dead there. And there. We're gonna let the undead pets take this retaliation. Yeah, sorry. It's so sad. It's so sad. They didn't even want it. And I am gonna have a lightning bolt just in case the... Oh my gosh, how did I mess this up so bad? 74 HP? That's gonna be 80 points of damage. Lightning bolt to 50. I guess I'm just gonna do this energy blast. It should only... Hold on, does this affect everybody? All creatures. So that's the problem, is that if you want to sacrifice your undead pets, why didn't it kill the Abyssal Envoys? Wait, are you like immune? Pure resistance, immune to all magic damage. Oh, snap. Well, that changes everything. Whoops. Hey, this is why we're here, folks. We are learning. Yeah, but now I feel silly because unless I get good morale here, we're gonna take a retaliation and we're not gonna kill this guy. Yeah, okay. All right, well. Who else are we gonna lose? We lost. Oh, you suck. Folks, in case you didn't know, Abyssal Envoys can summon their own additional Abyssal Envoys. That was a mean trick. I do not appreciate that at all. Huh. Okay. All right. Well. Give the hints. Satan. A little bit of damage here. A little bit of damage there. And the Aga'Shoth Riders are going to be the ones that finish this off, but I thought it was going much better than it was. 10 initiative creatures are just a little bit hard to deal with. That basically cost us 10 whole Rerolls and an additional 4 Aga'Shoth Riders. That's essentially what the losses were. But we do get the Abyssal Envoys ourselves, so I think that it's in our best interest. We're short 400 gold or like 200 gold. I think it's going to be in our best interests to get into the Abyssal Envoys as quickly as possible here, like week 2. Is that possible? Mage Guild, Disturbing Summoning Rite, and then Eerie Summoning Rite. We got to get lots of this Mercury. I think we could do it though. Let's plan on it. And then somewhere we've got the marketplace. Let's just trade the resources we need now. This is very expensive. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that at all. But we did it. Okay. Alrighty, so we got one Abyssal Envoy. We can potentially get some stacking if we really try to. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but we'll try it. Village, we got to go there. We got to get the gingerbread house. I don't think that we're going to get a bunch of Rerolls. We're just low on gold at the moment. Coliseum, I mean, there's free troops there. Ritual Pyre, free troops there. Somebody else will pick up the gingerbread house. Let's just go up here and let's start rolling with all these Abyssal. Well, with the one Abyssal Envoy and the Arbitrators, I think that we're going to be okay. Do you fight the Ritual Pyre? Murmurmancers, it looks like we can, so we shall. Let's do this. Okay. And yes, Phixfox wife says you were up way late. I was up so late. And I already told everybody else. I think I told everybody else. The reason I was up late is because I found a playthrough. Somebody had said, hey, Phixfox, I was enjoying this Heroes of Might and Magic 2 playthrough of Final Invasion, and then I just missed a whole section. And so, yeah, I was up late recording the audio to that. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I feel bad. But it was good. It was good. Okay, let's attack here. We'll kill 2. Retaliation looks acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. I'm probably going to go with Heroic Strikes in a second, because I can't really banish these guys much further. Really can't. Kill 2 to 3. Not bad. And I will kill this one final grouping there. I could command fear. You can't command fear yourself, and you can't reposition yourself. I don't think 6 Herbomancers are going to kill a single one of me, though. They do have the Swarm Bees effect. You got to watch out for that. Do I want to reposition anybody else? If I reposition... if I reposition the Rerolls right on top of these Herbomancers, I mean, they're long reach anyways. They're going to walk around and then do their long reach attack. I don't think that the special ability here is going to matter. I think you're just going to do Heroic Strikes. Yeah, I think it's just going to be Heroic Strikes. So we'll do one here. There. Didn't quite kill him. We tried. We tried. And I don't think 6 can kill 1 Arbitrator. In fact, I think that the Aga'Shoth Riders are going to take all this damage. They do. 21 down to 18. 3 lost. Not good. Did the Cultists go down? No, the Rerolls are going to go down. Huh. Completely and utterly. Not very fun to see that. Cultists are going to take their step back. And Heroic Strikes. Let's just continue to Heroic Strike these guys into the ground. Let's go here. Down to 3, 5, 1, and 6. So we got 4 stacks of the Herbomancers left. Now it's 3, 4, 1, and 6. It's pretty okay. I have set myself up for a bit of a failure here. I guess I'm going to have to choose. Do you want to avoid the big retaliation? I don't think so. I think that this is why you have Aga'Shoth Riders, is so they can make some of these tough decisions, do some tough damage. We'll kill 2 to 3 with the Concubi. I am going to reposition these guys to the far left. And now they're only going to be able to attack the Abyssal Envoys. Work on this back stack, front stack. We just killed about 3 or 4 Urbomancers in one go with our Arbitrators. Yeah, and the Aga'Shoth Riders are really the ones taking the damage, which is so sad because I'd love it. Yeah, if the Concubi and the Arbitrators could take any amount of the damage. With 80 and 60 HP each, they're pretty good. They can do it. They can tank the damage if you will let them. If you will let them. Okay. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to sacrifice enough HP to do the Summoning Rite Envoy. Here's the thing about the Summoning Rite. It will persist until the end of battle, and then they'll just be real troops in your army afterwards. So if you can summon troops, you'll have to sacrifice troops, but if you can sacrifice them and then summon them, you can do an awful lot with this. I just don't think that there's going to be enough Aga'Shoth here to get one full Abyssal Envoy. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, it wasn't enough, and so it more or less just consumes the corpse. I'm glad we got to check that, but the way it works is you need, let's see, the summon has 50% of the HP of the corpse's original stack and can't have more than 1 unit, so you need to have more than 50% of the HP, so you need basically 125 HP plus HP that was in this dead stack. So these Aga'Shoth Riders, we did have 21 at 25 HP apiece. That's, you know, you would need 8 or 9, call it just for safety purposes. No, just for safety purposes, call it 6 Aga'Shoth Riders that would die in a stack. And then I think you should be able to summon 1 Abyssal Envoy. I'm like pretty sure that that's how that works. I don't know. It's been a second since we played Schism. But if we're going to play Schism and have fun with it, we better figure that out. Because I think that the whole point of this early Abyssal summoning altar that we fought for is so you can start your summoning sooner rather than later. That's the recommendation that I think I have it anyway. Okay, losses look fine. They looked acceptable anyway. Oh, look at this. We are so much closer. Okay, folks. We got scouting, leadership, daylight magic, and I'm pretty sure the basic sorcery is going to be the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna have 2 slots left over, and we're gonna need to get scouting. I think we're gonna need to get scouting. Let's pick up the basic sorcery, and then at this point, I think I want to advanced Abyssal Communion. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Advanced Daylight Magic, though, we are making good use of the Energize spell. Energize is really like the spell that we wanted. But Abyssal Communion is so good, and if you can get it into the advanced, you get additional communion levels. I'm gonna go for the advanced daylight magic now, though, because we're really using the Energize spell to win some of these fights with our arbitrators. So for now, that's what we're gonna do. Luminous Focus. Start with 1 focus charge at the beginning of the battle. Pretty good. Pretty good. Better than the Scholar synergy. I'm gonna take the Luminous Focus, and that's gonna mean that we can instantly flick somebody away at any given point. And so I think that that's definitely the choice I'm most happy with. Okay, these losses are completely acceptable. No losses whatsoever. Cultist Spire. I'm not gonna make any purchases at the moment. Do I want to fight this fight to obtain cavalry? I think I do. And then I can just move my arbitrators together when all is said and done. This is an easy fight. We'll accept the +1 level. It says it's only gonna be 1 cultist and 1 Aga'Shoth Rider that goes down. I don't know. I don't know why I'm fighting this fight. It's fine. It's really fine. It's so okay. Let's do this, do that. Kaka. I wonder how offensive that is to a Phoenix to pretend like it says Kaka Kaka and Tuki Tuki. I believe that those things do not work. Oh, we actually ended up losing 1 more Aga'Shoth Rider than we otherwise would have. That's crazy. So by saving 1 cultist, we actually cost ourselves 1 full Aga'Shoth Rider. That's interesting. So that actually tells us an awful lot about the game. Just in case you're interested, folks, what that tells me is that the game is very much going to be regenerating and re-rolling its RNG numbers from playthrough to playthrough, depending on every single move that you make. Now, that is actually fairly typical of like Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and Heroes of Might and Magic, like, I don't know, other Heroes of Might and Magic games. but it's still interesting to see it happen and just to kind of confirm how you can manipulate RNG, and also saying to yourself, dude, take what you get, because if the losses look acceptable, you might want to accept those just to prevent the enemy from getting an instance of good morale that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten if you had done things just a little bit differently. Things to consider. By the way, Phixfox wife says, LOL, my dentist had known me since I was like 4. Yeah, he's known you forever. Part of the reason that he loves you, I think. He's a big fan of you. It's got to be great to see people just grow up. I'm in a position now where I get to see people grow up, and it does make me very, very happy. Folks, I want basic economy, but it's not the correct deal. And if I roll economy and then I get something else, I'll feel so bad. I'm gonna have to go for advanced scouting, not because I don't want basic economy. I just don't want to have one slot left over and then miss out on the secondary skill I'm really looking for. We're gonna take the advanced scouting. Oh, we're gonna take advanced scouting. This feels so bad. Familiar paths, plus 15% movement points if the hero starts the day in the area that they control. Bonus is doubled if we know intelligence. Sight radius is doubled. Pathfinding, no terrain penalty. So long as we have the Aga'Shoth riders and their plow through ability, we're not going to need this at all. Let's go for familiar paths, and let's just put movement on top of movement points. Let's go to there. Okay. Alrighty. Front of the Blind says it makes it more fun to decide if you can beat the AI, and also more painful when the AI clearly does better than you. And that does happen. One of my favorite things about the F Heroes 2 AI is that it does in fact do that. Like, there are times where the F Heroes 2 AI will beat the pants off of me, and I'm okay with that. That's actually pretty good. It feels okay to me, because then I know that I'm playing something worth playing. And when I win, that means that I won by the sweat of my brow. And when it wins, it means that it just outdid me, and that's okay. We're gonna pick up the +1 here for survival conditions. +1 wood, +1 ore. Just seems pretty okay to me. And then we'll consider where else to go after that. 400 gold. There's not a lot of gold here. That's gonna be the end of month 1, week 2, day 1. That was a pretty eventful day, all things considered. There was a lot of fights that we just took there. Thank goodness for our logistics specialist. With a couple of forces, I think that she's gonna lead me to victory. You go, girl. I believe in you. Just don't ever stop. Don't let them tell you that you can't do what you want to do. Follow your dreams. Just be the person you always knew you could be. We're up to 12 Mercury. I took the Mercury instead of anything else because we talked about trying to get into the Abyssal Envoys. Mage Guild, summoning, and then summoning. Abyssal Remnant. I think I need to focus on the economy. Maybe get into the treasury. You could try for the Eerie summoning Rite, and then you could miss it. And if you miss it, you feel so silly. Alternatively, we can focus on the economy, go for the resource depot, then the Abyssal Remnants, and then go into walls and treasury. I kind of want to do that because I don't think I'm going to have enough resources to do everything else I want to do. I'm going to do this. We're going to go for the resource depot. Let's just invest in that Mercury because we're going to need so much. And I don't think I've seen an alchemist lab. Yeah, I don't think I've seen an alchemist lab, just gingerbread houses. So let's get the +1 there for the Mercury. Long-term investment there. And then I'm going to have my second castle start to work on additional economy as well. I will spend for the second marketplace in case I need to trade. 10% additional mana. So Schism heroes restore 10% bonus mana each morning. That's actually pretty good for me. We've talked about the value of the Energize spell. And we only have, at the moment, I have to mouse over it here. That's so sad. 11 out of 80. So that's going to be pretty good. Pick up an additional 8 very, very soon. Let's go fight this Boreal Call. And we'll grab the Fountain. We could go through the portal and then maybe send Maramatha through the portal. Like, we could. We'll come back from this Myra's altar later, but let's fight here one by one. 5, yeah, we can definitely take 5. I don't think we even take any losses. 2, I'm going to accept that. 4,500 gold, that's super worth it. Dragons, 1 dragon, we'll take this, no problems. 1 more Aga'Shoth Rider. Orloth's Hand and 3,000 gold, so all of a sudden our gold is looking much better. So +1 attack, +1 spell power. We don't think that these are, yeah, these are not combinable artifacts, but the benefit to these is that you can upgrade them with the alchemical dust if you want to. I don't think it's infinite. I think that there is a cap. I could be wrong though. I don't know. It feels like there should be a cap if there's not a cap. Stop the cap. Now, how about this? We talked about going through this portal. If we go through the portal, then Maramata can go at their own leisure. So let's actually fight this fight, and then we'll go from there. And rather than go to the southeast like I was looking at, we'll go to the northwest. Okay. Losses look okay, but we can make this even better. Front of the Blind says, I missed it. Is this the game mode where you can only have as many heroes as castle? Usually I see your playstyle as having multiple scouts and a few tanks. Yes. So right now we can only have 2 heroes. We have 2 out of 2. And so this is, what is this? This is fair and square. Is this fair and square? So we're actually way far behind on where we should be. By week 3, you better have a big fighting force in fair and square, otherwise you will lose. So yeah, we're actually much further behind than I would like to be at the moment. And I want to say that that's okay, but it's really not. Really not. In fact, it's the opposite of fine. It's just straight up bad. Okay, you would think, I don't know, you would think that I would want to let the bar keys go closer and then flick them away. I might end up having to reposition the wraiths simply because they're just gonna be a little too close. They're not even gonna get to me this turn. That's so sad. Do I have a haste? Or like a Energize? I don't have Energize. That's really sad. And I don't have web. That's not good. Because of turn order, just with the initiative at 8 initiative versus, whoops, not you. 6 initiative. We're definitely going to attack here, but if you don't want to deal with these guys next turn, you can just, I don't know, flick them away. You got to do the damage here. Bone Crusher is so good. Reduces defense, and they take so much reduced damage. The wraiths are not going to reach me until next turn, so let's just attack here. We're not going to do a reposition or anything like that. Down to 49. In fact, I'm going to use the Heroic Strike here. Concubine are going to get some additional damage off. We're down to 35. No sense in moving around. Yeah, they're so fast. Look at these guys. Abyssal Envoy. I might even lose this Abyssal Envoy if I attack here. 250. Yeah, I might even lose this Abyssal Envoy. I'm not even going to risk it. I will lose a cavalry. No, I don't even want to lose a cavalry. Oh my gosh. But you're going to have to do the damage. Somebody's going to have to do the damage. Do you want the Phoenix to go down? Not really. Thick Hide, 15% reduced damage from melee attacks. Lightning Bolt's not going to do it. I'll just do the Thick Hide here. I'll lose 1 or 2 of the cavalry. How many is it? 1 or 2? It's 1. Okay. Phoenix is going to get in here, do their damage. Caca. And then 200 HP here. Let's go here. If the Phoenix dies, I think I should just turn that into another Abyssal Envoy, though. Looks like it's not going to be a problem. Wraiths are going to get repositioned in a second. But yeah. Abyssal Envoy is in. Yeah, maybe I should actually just use the Phoenix and try and get them to actually die. That actually might be interesting. That might be interesting. I don't know. Wraiths do some damage. If I lose the full stack of the cavalry, that'll be enough to raise somebody. Like, it will be enough. It's not going to happen this fight, but I should try and lose these secondary creatures. At this point, will 2 do it? 160, 190 HP. That should be enough to get 1 Abyssal Envoy up. I think. I could attack my own cavalry. Oh, you know what I could do? I could energize. No, I can't do an energy explosion. That's so sad. If I could kill, I don't know. That'd be kind of funny if I was able to just kill them with the Phoenix. We probably shouldn't do that. That's probably a bad idea. Probably. Okay. All right, fine. We will get a good summon off later, but the time is not right now. Banshees do their little howl and they move my Abyssal Envoys out of the way. It's to a random spot. That's fine. Yeah, the 2 cavalry. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to be okay. Basic Battlecraft, Basic Insight, Expert Scouting. We're going to take the Scouting. We're going to leave 2 slots open. Battlecraft is pretty good. I like Battlecraft, but we're not going to do that. And this is actually critically important. Visions shows the exact army composition within 27 squares. Very good. Reconnaissance is my favorite, though. 18 squares worth of scouting all at once is so good. So good. Frodo, you were just saying, Phixfox, I wish you had a 3rd hero. I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time. We go from 2 out of 2 heroes. We now have 2 out of 3. We can hire a new hero up here, and we shall. So this early second castle, it's not really early, I guess. It's the beginning of week 2. I think we're doing okay. But ideally, I think if you're going to optimize these playthroughs, you want to focus on getting through the teleporter in week 1 so you can get a 3rd hero. I think that's probably the very best thing for you. Probably. Anyway, we've got the opportunity. So a 3rd castle. Do we get Abyssal Remnant 2? I don't think so. It's 500 extra gold per day. I think we want to focus everywhere else first. We got 8,500 gold. Tell you what, let's do it. Let's do it. We don't have a tavern, so we can't hire a new hero here. Should we hire a new hero over here, though? And bring forces to the front? Blackhorn, Vesper. Blackhorn, Vesper. Say we hire them. Can Blackhorn and Vesper kill anything over here? Not necessarily, but they can pick up the village. A little bit of experience. They might be able to grab this. The gold storage, that'd be worth it. Okay, let's have that new hero do this. So let's get Blackhorn. They're a spellcaster anyway. Did we get any good damaging spells here? We do have Energy Explosion and Lightning Bolt, so okay, not too bad. We'll take that. So Blackhorn is the Sorceress Specialist. They're going to do additional magic damage, which is just fine. So 3,500 gold. Let's do full purchases. 21 Aga'Shoth. Do the +1 to the level. And I will do the Advanced Sorcery over the Abyssal Communion. Sticky Magic lasts for 1 more turn. Magic Arrow. New battle spell. Deals magic damage to 1 target and costs no mana. That's kind of interesting. Raw Energy plus 10% more magic damage. The double is, or it's doubled. The bonus is doubled if you have offense. I don't want this. Magic Arrow is just interesting. I don't think casting spells is going to be a problem though, so I don't think Magic Arrow is going to be particularly useful. Let's just go for Raw Energy. Expert Sorcery, instantly, no doubt. Piercing spells ignore 15% of target's magic resistance, or all your magic schools get +1 level. I think you got to have the spell resistance ignoring. I think that's just too good, right? For the specialist who just wants to do magic damage, I think that that's just too good. Do I think that that makes me so tough that I can beat these guys? Not really. Tell you what though, folks, let me think about this. These 2-speed vines, if I have 1 really fast creature, right, and 4 speed's not really it, but if I have like a 6-speed creature somewhere, I could potentially just magic arrow them to death for free. If the spell costs no spell points, that would work, right? Did I miss out on an opportunity to take this for free, including a Pandora's box? I might have. I really might have. Okay, but we talked about getting this. I think I can grab both of these first. Let's just be as aggressive as we can be. Oh, thought that this was passable terrain. Hold on. What is it? Z? Z does your borders. X does this. Yeah, so I thought I could just creep through here. Looks like you got to go all the way around, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, this is too much. With the magic arrow and some fast creatures, I would consider it, but for now, I'm not going to do that. Let's pick up the +1 from the Summon Automaton. We're going to be out of movement points now. That's fine. And with 104 movement points left, there's a magic scroll. I kind of want to get that. Another Petrified Memorial. That's so interesting. Way too big of forces through the Lith. Raiders Camp. There's some free stuff. Tell you what, let's fight some free battles. We're going to get the additional movement points as we fight. 10 extra per battle. Free experience. Carrion Pile. I don't know if I can defeat the Carrion Pile, actually. Since it's a normal battle, it's just all Locust. I'm going to attack these guys. And I'm actually going to command this fight myself. The problem is they've all got really high initiative, so they should get to go, not first, but yeah, pretty close to first. So if you're going to lock these guys down, you better lock them down today. No spells, because we haven't cast any spells recently. Overgrown Locust are the more offensive option, I think. Everybody's got the parry and the double strike, I think. Not everybody. Everybody doesn't have the parry. The Harvester Locust are the upgraded version that don't have the parry, so these guys are going to be tough to deal with. You probably want to shoot them down from afar. Oh my gosh, that was a horrible misclick. Folks, you can't win the game if you incorrectly click. That's a problem. We should not do that. No, 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 no. This said we were going to win, right? We might not win now. Amazing what one little mistake can do for you. Okay. And I think the Abyssal Envoys, yeah, if I attack here, I think they're just going to step up, do their damage there. Yeah, this is not good. Boy, I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. Huh. Well, at least we're probably going to get the opportunity to summon another Abyssal Envoy. That's good. Yeah, Concubine are going to get just toasted. Aga'Shoth Rider's getting hit. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. This is really not good, folks. Well, we talked about wanting to limit test, and here you go. That's what it looks like. I want to leave the Phoenix some room to do damage there. I don't want to attack here because I will get immediately destroyed. What if I just move up? You know, if you wait, you're just going to soak up more damage. Do you want to get off damage right now, or do you want to wait? I'm going to get the damage off. Yeah, but you're going to lose the full stack. And they might eat some additional damage for you. What to say? I'll wait. I'll wait, and I'll wait here too. Are the Concubine going to take more damage? They're going to take more damage before you can do a command reposition, that's for sure. If I attack and they're right next to me, I do full damage because of my nimbleness, which lets me perform a ranged attack even if I'm adjacent to an enemy, but then they will get a retaliation. I think I'm going to do that though. I'll let them get a retaliation. We lose a Concubine. Yep, there goes the Aga'Shoth, but then that means that they soaked up one additional turn worth of damage. You're definitely going to be able to summon somebody. That's for sure. Okay, well, it's not good. Not good at all. We got to do some damage. We shall do some damage. If I command fear you to there, Phoenix can attack top to bottom in a second. We can kill here. Maybe we get good morale. We do not, but we tried. I'm glad we tried. Go here. So cultists are attacking the big stack of 36. So I think that if you have an AoE attack that you will take 2 retaliations. I think that that's how that works. But I don't know if you're going to take the parry immediately or not. Let's see. You don't take the parry, you take 1 retaliation, and you don't take the second. Very interesting. Okay, so I was not sure how that worked. I'm okay with the way that that's worked out. Now, you do have a potential heal. I think you want this stack to go down. I think you want that stack to go down. Cavalry, you might as well keep them alive. There's no reason to just lose them. Go here and here. Please don't get good morale. That's for somebody else. Dang it. Okay. All right. This big stack of 27 has already lost their retaliation, so we'll just get some free damage there. I'm going to wait so the Abyssal Envoys can maybe summon when the Concubine go down. I'm going to make these Concubine die. I will attack on the melee and just let them get completely swallowed up. Okay, that's where I'm going to summon. I'm going to get 1 Abyssal Envoy this round. I don't think that's a good trade, by the way. 6 Concubine for all that. Oh my goodness. You can't lose the Arbitrators. They're too good. We're going to do our 1 heal. Get the full. And we'll do the damage here. Thank goodness we're fairly good on the melee. Okay, summoning Rite, Envoy. We've been saving our focus points for this exact moment. Are you what? No. No. 6. Hold on. We had 6 Concubine? 6 times 60? That's 360 HP. What are you talking about? What am I not understanding? Once per battle, summons a stack of Abyssal Envoys in place of an allied corpse. The summon has 50% HP of the corpse's original stack and can't have more than 1. So I need 500 HP worth of creature to go down. So I need 500 HP worth of creature? That's the only thing that makes sense, because 6 times 6 is 36. You got to break the threshold. We did this last time. Folks, do you remember this video? We did this video as our very first Schism playthrough, and I was languishing over the math. You'd think I would have taken the time off camera to figure out how this works, but no. I did not. I should have, but I did not. And now I just feel foolish because I really thought that was going to work for you. Really did. Really sad. Okay. Well, we're going to get out of this fight, but this is not my favorite fight at all. Oh my goodness. Losing the 6 Concubine. the one Arbitrator almost feels worse. I don't care about the Aga'Shoth or the Cultist, but losing all 6 of the Concubi, so bad. I don't think this was worth it at all. You get 6 Wurms, though? Hold on. For summoning purposes, that's 120 HP. Summon a stack of Abyssal Envoys in place of an allied corpse. The summon has 50% HP of the corpse's original stack. So you need 500 HP worth of creatures to die in order to get 1 Abyssal Envoy. So in this case, you could have 1 single stack, and then this big stack of 5 die, and you could trade that for 1 Abyssal Envoy. I think I'm reading that. I think that's the way I'm reading this. Ugh. Sickening, heart-wrenching, not my favorite. Destroy them. After the hell that I just went through, I'm going to destroy you, and I'm going to have a fun time doing it. Now, this is interesting, folks. Basic Summon Avatar. We're taking Basic Summon Avatar. Phixfox. This has nothing to do with your advanced class. Yes, 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 you're completely correct, but Avatar Fury, okay, you get some specialties there. Reality Wardens. Friendly creatures deal 100% bonus damage to summon enemy creatures. Not really good for us. Friendly creature abilities summon 50% bonus creatures. Their name is Legion. Summon Avatar Expert Subskill. That stacks with my summons. Their name is Legion is actually critically important. We're taking Basic Summon Avatar, and now we have 1 slot left over. Hopefully we're going to be able to get that advanced class. Oh, gotta be. Please let it be. Let it be. In the meantime, we can't quite reach these guys. We've run out of movement points. Oh, we can maybe attack here. Yeah, we could attack here. Is that going to matter, though? You know what? If we wait 1 more day, we're going to get a lot more spell points. I'm going to move to here. We'll get the pile of books, and then we're going to figure out where to go after this. What are you? Brass Knuckles. Legendary Ring. Friendly creatures take negative 40% counter attack damage. That seems pretty good. If you want to fight these guys. Pro tip, I don't. Alrighty, folks. And all this being said, we're going to pick up Depths of Mind, so we're going to get 20% bonus spell points. That's going to help us keep crawling around. That means a Blackhorn's going to be able to do lots of damage. Let's hit end turn and go on to day 3. Oof. Man, that was a gut punch, though. 6 Concubi. Not a good time at all. Ugh. Feels so sad. Okay, well, let's fight here. Should be easy victory. No losses. You're telling me I'm going to lose? No. No, 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 no. I'm not going to lose a Warmos just for that. We're going to defend. Am I really going to... Hold on. Are you telling me these guys are going to just rock me? I don't want any part of that. I'll do Thick Hide, and now I'll attack you. There's no way I'm going to lose 120 HP worth from 45. Definitely not once I did that. Okay, I feel a little bit better anyway. Jeez. Damage and losses. By the way, in the new... Well, I can't say this. Yeah, I can. No, I can't. Can I say this? I will sincerely appreciate unfrozen understanding if I accidentally say something I shouldn't. The new AI is really, really good. I guess I'm saying positive things, so they probably don't care too much. They probably care a little bit. The new UI does give you a toggle feature where you can decide whether or not you want to see whether like the battle pre-work, which is really good. In this case, it let me know that I need to be much careful with these creatures than I otherwise would have been. It cost me a little bit of spell points. It's an option I'm probably not going to keep on. Maybe I will. I don't know. Part of me wants to keep it on because that's how I typically play with F Heroes too. But anyway, folks, did you notice, by the way, we stayed over here specifically overnight so we could use this expert scouting and get the reconnaissance ability, 18 squares, Fog of War. Look how valuable that was. If we'd gone back through the gate here, it wouldn't have been nearly as valuable. Even staying 1 night in this biome has done me a lot of good. A lot of good indeed. I'm very happy for that. Yeah, Raiders Camp, gold. I do need gold. There's Mercury. I do need Mercury. Well, I think I'm going to have my secondary hero head up to here. And we'll grab, yeah, there's free Mercury here, free treasure here, gold, treasure. So I'm going to leave all this, but I do want to take this chainmail for +3 defense. That's just ridiculously good. Traveling Circus is interesting, but I don't think I want that. Living Maze. Do want that if I can possibly get that. Let's grab this scroll. What is it? Despair spell? I don't know off the top of my head what Despair does. What does Despair do? You'd think I would know, but I really don't. Let's find out. So we're gonna go to here. Despair. Curses the target enemy. Curse damage is 42 pure damage at the start of this turn. It's stackable 3 rounds. Okay, so you can do 42, then 84, then 126. Max damage is 126 if you just keep reapplying this again and again and again. That's kind of interesting. You know what I really need here, though? I need a Forgetfulness spell. Really need a Forgetfulness spell. A Natural Calm is maybe my best bet at the moment. I wish I had 2 more spell points for Basic Summon Avatar. I could really do some fun stuff there. Yeah, let's just do the Unnatural Calm on the big stack of Dancers. That's going to do something anyway for us. R8 Dancers, 2 stacks of them. Okay. I'm going to just wait. Yeah, you got to wait because these other creatures are going to get into you. Even if you got good morale, they would just roll right over you. Do you use the Heroic Strike? Maybe. No, we're going to wait for now. I don't mind if I actually lose the Wurms, but I'm not going to throw them immediately into position. Let's use the second stack to go here, though. Maybe they can step up in. Not quite. 27 damage once and twice. 53 points of damage there. Okay. Not quite in range of the Bleak Infiltrators, which is just about perfect. I could command reposition forward if I wanted to. I don't think that that's really the play. These guys do 1,000 cuts. So it's R8 Dancers and Jasper Dancers. Jasper Dancers are the ones that do bonus damage in melee. So I don't actually worry about killing these guys at the moment. Let's just start working on the Infiltrators. And the Troglodytes for that matter. Goodness gracious. You know what? Today is going to be the day that my Abyssal Envoy is going to get a friend. Yeah, let's just go do it. We'll lose the full stack. We'll leverage this into something better. That's fine. But you do, at this point, you do have to lose the full stack. If you only lose 5 out of the 6, then you just kind of waste your opportunity for later. So you do got to kill the whole stack. Do we lose a cavalry here? We do. Geez, barely exactly what it needed to be. So I kind of want to actually attack here. That'll kill one more of my Wurms. It's so silly. I'm actively trying to hurt myself. Crazy. Crazy. I'm going to send the cavalry just to right here. I'm going to wait on my Abyssal. I don't know what this Blink Infiltrator is doing. That's not the play, dude. How much damage am I going to take on this retaliation? I'll bet it's a bunch. But is it going to be enough? Probably not enough. Let's hope that this is enough. Okay, we're down to 1. We got to kill 1 more, baby. Uno mas. Group here. Are they going to step up? Are they going to attack? They just stay in attack. What do the 26 do? They attack the Wurms? Okay. Cool, cool. Not really what I would have done, but cool. Got to start working on the Dancers just a little bit. 10 to 13 plus a good morale. Yeah, even 3 Arbitrators is just doing so good. I love it. Okay, there's still plenty of damage here to go around. I'm going to kill the Troglodytes. Phoenix is going to almost kill another Wurms. Cavalry is just going to defend. Abyssal Envoy needs to wait. And then I don't know if this is going to be enough damage. 29 damage. Are they going to retaliate for 29 damage? How much damage did they just do? Where's my battle log? Is it right here? I forget. No, that's auto combat. No, that should be the battle log. Cavalry skipped. Bleak Infiltrator attacked the Abyssal Envoy. They did 13 damage. 26 defense versus 41. I don't know if they're going to do enough damage. If I go to here, though, maybe the Dancers will do enough damage, and then they'll attack here. Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close. Please kill. No, please kill him. Stop it. You're doing this wrong. You're doing it all wrong. I just need my enemies to cooperate. Please. You have one job to do. Okay, well, the Phoenix is going to help this out. Believe it or not, the Phoenix has been really nice. Because the Phoenix just helps me manage the damage in a most effective way. That's crazy how well this has worked out, actually. We're going to go here. Yeah, because it's just 2. We just need 2 for the summoning, right? We don't have an Energize, so if I mess that up, that'd be really, really bad. We lose the cavalry? No, that was kind of the point. Okay. And this should give me one Abyssal Envoy. We are fighting so hard. Why has the game got to be so hard? Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm still happy with the way that this fight turned out. We traded these creatures. Basically what we did was we traded, what, 6 Concubi for 1 Abyssal Envoy? That's basically the way that this went. We basically traded the 6 Concubi for the 1 Abyssal Envoy. What? What is this? No, are you telling me I lost? No. Okay, there we go. It did persist until the end of battle, just like I anticipated. Perfect. Okay. All right. We're fine. Okay. I don't know why it said -1 though. That didn't make any sense to me. Front of the Blind says, seems like a trick that will work exactly once and make you miserable the rest of the time. Yeah, what they need, Front of the Blind, I think that what they need is they need to have it be much more clear. Like, you can do the math for me. You can have a macro that'll just do the math for me and tell me whether or not I'm going to be able to summon 1 full creature. Sure, there's a certain degree of, hey, let the player do the math and be skilled in and of themselves. Like, I support that in some ways. And in other ways, I'm like, no. Make this user-friendly, because right now this is not user-friendly. I'm not having a good time. Straight up not having a good time. Okay, I'm gonna fight this fight. Yeah, I'm gonna fight this fight. I'm gonna put 2 Abyssal Envoys in the middle. I think that the one big critter is over here, and then halflings everywhere else. Oh no, I was incorrect. My bad. These guys are pretty fast. These Grolls, 40 HP, and there's 25 of them. Yeah, there's a bunch here. So let's have the Phoenix just kill here. Cavalry's gonna go up and deal with this. 2 to 3. That's fine. 2 Abyssal Envoys are hopefully going to be able to barely reach. Maybe not. Abyssal Envoys are not going to reach. And these guys are so fast that they're going to get into this Arbitrator if they want to. I don't think I can stop that. I don't have any spells. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. Kill here. Do you kill 1 creature? No, you do nothing. If they attack the Arbitrators, I think they actually could have done some damage. But what they actually did was just waste my time, which I'm good for. Okay. Let's just do this. Damage. 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 And then the Abyssal Envoys are just so tough. At 6 attack, 7 defense, we're still pretty tough. But I remember fighting this Raiders camp when I was brand new to the game. And I forget how minimal forces I had, but I definitely got absolutely stomped by these gorilla-looking guys. It was not pretty. It was a fun memory, but it was just not pretty. Okay. Looks good. We even level up. Advanced Sorcery. These are not them. We're not there yet. Okay, now this is interesting. Do you want the Magic Arrow? I mean, it's a free damaging spell. The point that I'm getting at is this. It's free. We talked about how good that could be otherwise. The only reason not to take that is if you're going to do magic damage here, or you want your spell to last a little bit longer, but they're already going to last 8 turns anyway. I'm just going to take the Magic Arrow. This, I don't know, this could be wrong, but this feels like it's going to be worth my time. It really does. I'm going to grab all this. In fact, I'm going to grab the fountain so I can maybe grab it first thing in the morning too. Should be easy. No losses. I don't want to lose the Warmos. Another thing that I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say, is that in the newest version, there is... Ooh, Magic Arrow. 90 points of damage. Oh, that's so sick. I like that. Plus a Heroic Strike. That's just 180 damage for free at the beginning of the round. That's crazy. Huh. But, what was I going to say? Something I shouldn't say. What was it? something I shouldn't say. Maybe I just shouldn't say it at all. Whatever the case was, I'm sure it was related to the newest build. And I'm sure that the developers would like for me to shut up, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm really not trying to be a jerk and skirt the NDA. I want to be very, very respectful because the Unfrozen team has been nothing but respectful to me. And yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful to them just for what? For clout, right? For fun? Because I think that the rules don't apply to me. None of those are good reasons, and so definitely not trying to be anything but respectful to them. They've been nothing but respectful to me. Magic Arrow, we'll just finish this off just for fun. It's such a good spell. Like when you have nothing else, Sorcery actually provides you a lot of value. Holy cow, look at this. Yeah, I'm just, oh my gosh. This solves all my problems, actually. I'm fighting way more fights, and now I'm using the logistics much better for the additional 10 movement points a day. Huh. Yeah, this is going well. I don't feel bad about fighting any of these fights. Any losses? It says I'm going to lose the cavalry. I mean, now this is just another opportunity to use my magic arrow a little bit more, if nothing else. Wait, why can't I use this? Deals 90% damage to the target enemy. Why can't I use this? I was promised a magic arrow. Is it one fight per day? Did I mess this up? I might have messed this up. Frodo the Blind says, all right, thanks for keeping me company as I finished work. I'll catch the rest of this on YouTube later. Hey, thank you so much, Frodo the Blind. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope you're doing so well. And I'll see you when I see you. Because it's always a pleasure to see you. And thanks for the time. Thanks for the energy. And I hope that your work went well. Is it Saturday where you're at? You were working on a Saturday? Hopefully it was like not work. Hopefully it was home improvements or chores at home, things like that. If not, I've been there and done that, so I'm really, really glad when I get to be the backdrop to people's day. Hopefully I can narrate well enough that you have yourself a nice time. Hopefully I'm able to kind of make the game feel alive in a way. Because I do appreciate very, very much when people are able to do that for me too. So, Frodo the Blind, wherever you're at, take good care. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right, Phoenixes are up. We're going down here. Yeah, it's been kind of interesting. Just in case you're wondering, folks, I don't look at the chat logs. I don't see who's here while I'm playing on Twitch because I think it's really, really rude for me to just assume that people are going to talk, right? Or to like try to say, hey, I see you're in the chat, but you haven't said anything. That's like really, really rude, I think. So I don't know how many people are here right now, but typically we've been averaging about six to 10 people when we play Olden Era. I anticipate that number is going to go way, way up once the game actually releases. Just in general, I think that's going to go up quite a bit. Right now, I think that there's a healthy amount of people that are in the Discord on Unfrozen for the closed beta playtest. There is some closed testing opportunities there. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people just watching games in that Discord. But again, once we get some new, once we get the release, I think that there's actually going to be quite a bit more people. In the meantime, though, I don't mind how many people I stream to. The fun thing about Olden Era is that wherever you're at, however you are enjoying the game, I think it's a fun game. And I think that it's just going to be worth everybody's time to enjoy. Whoa. Enjoy, have fun, and more than that I can't say. Hold on, you've only got 2 spell power? You're the spell damage specialist, and you're only doing 35 points of damage at a time. It's going to be a little bit more, I think, yeah. 35 up to 49, but I was expecting her to do way more damage. Girl, we got to get you some spell power. Oh my gosh, jeez. Oh, CV's in the chat. Hey, what's up, man? I'm listening, enjoying your narration. Oh, good, I'm so glad. Yeah, if I can ever do better on the narration, please let me know, because I recognize that a lot of people prefer just to listen. And if you can listen and not have to watch, that's ideal for you. Folks, let me tell you what we're doing here. We got Blackhorn with 4 attack, 2 spell power, and 4 defense, and only 2 more lightning bolts up against 3 stacks of the Guile infiltrators who are going to reach us in 2 turns, and then 70 whole troglodytes. We've got 17 of the Aga'Shoth riders. I still think I'd win this fight, but I'm not liking my chances nearly so much anymore. Oh my goodness. We're going to send the riders into as good of a defensive position as we can. But this is not good. We're about to take so much damage. We're about to take so much damage. Okay, that's one Aga'Shoth Rider, probably 3 cultists. Yeah, one Aga'Shoth Rider, 3 cultists. So the defense kind of helped. I'm gonna sacrifice one Aga'Shoth Rider on this top stack to remove that retaliation. 16 Aga'Shoth Riders does a bunch of damage here. We do have some heroic strikes that will help. Let's start working on the troglodytes. Single stack here. Tell you what, this stack up here is already taking the damage. Let's attack. Troglodytes will not reach us from here. On 12. The Shoth are going to kill 4, and the cultists will finish this off, and we're just going to do another lightning bolt. We'll kill 3 more Guile Infiltrators. We're down to 2 stacks. 1 stack of 8, 1 stack of 11. The stack of 8 is now down to 4. Yeah, but there's still 60 troglodytes coming up. Jeez. And yeah, the Aga'Shoth Riders are taking a beating. Okay, we got 1 final lightning bolt. I don't think that there's a better spell here. Natural Calm is interesting, but I don't think that that's it. We're going to wait because we actually need to work on these troglodytes. We're going to wait. We're going to waste. Oops. We're going to waste retaliation of the troglodytes here. I do have the Icy Breath attack. I'm probably going to use that instead of the Heroic Strike. I think it'll do a little bit more damage. We'll kill 6 more troglodytes here. Cultists are going to take a swipe here. Oh my gosh, and I forgot. Oh, never mind. They only killed 1 Aga'Shoth Rider. It'll be fine. That's okay. Yeah, Icy Breath ability is going to take 2 focus points. We're going to do Heroic Strike here. We'll go here. So the Aga'Shoth Riders we've cleared ourselves a path with the Heroic Strike. And so the one single Aga'Shoth Rider was able to skip down. We've used the Icy Strike ability. Icy Breath ability makes an additional attack dealing 100% of the basic attack as pure damage. So we've done that, and now we get a whole nother strike off on these troglodytes. So we're down to 17 troglodytes and 11 of the infiltrators. We lose 1 more of the Aga'Shoth Riders. Final lightning bolt. And we're just going to finish off the infiltrators. Yeah, infiltrators goes down. That gets us a heroic strike charge. Down to 11 troglodytes. Nobody's left. Nobody's left. Raw show. 9 troglodytes down to 3. 3 down to dead. All right, so we take the loss into a victory. Was it worth it? 5 Aga'Shoth Riders and 3 cultists. That was actually pretty much worth it. I say 5 because my big stack was 5, but it's actually 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Aga'Shoth Riders, 3 cultists go down, but we kill 42 of the Bleak Infiltrators and 63 troglodytes. That feels okay. 1,500 experience. We could pick up basic Nightshade magic. Do we have a Nightshade? Umbral Grip could be nice. Later. We're not going to get it immediately. We might, I don't know. Would you want to pay to unlock Umbral Grip? Is that a tier 2 spell? That could be worth it. Advanced Logistics makes a lot of sense because then you can just move faster and do more. I'm gonna take the basic Nightshade magic and just hope that that's gonna help me. In the meantime, those losses do get you the gold storage access, so we should be able to get 3,000 gold a week for the next couple of weeks. And we do also have access to a crow's nest for some spare resources and this whole area that we never really explored before. So Blackhorn is still doing what they need to do. I just do feel bad about everything that's happened so far. That was not my favorite thing. With 20,000 gold, before we let Nihil finish her turn, let's make some purchases here. We do have 2 faction law points to potentially spend. I think Icy Power, you know what? Blackhorn actually really likes the Icy Power, the +1 spell power. It's a cheap way to buff her opportunities. I'm gonna go for Generational Wisdom right now though, before I do anything else, because the plus 10% bonus XP is gonna be good for everybody. So let's do that. Second castle, we are going to want to get this into the House of Chains. Let's focus on our first castle initially, though. Wait, what? Oh, that's the upgraded version of the House of Chains. It's day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. We could get to the Eerie summoning Rite. I think we're going to have the resources to do it. But then you're not going to get into walls too. I think that's actually acceptable. So let's not overspend, folks. We're going to need just don't spend your precious resources. That's the big thing I want to have this takeaway as. Don't spend your precious resources, and we should be able to get into the Abyssal Envoys pretty soon. You can spend wood and gold and ore. That's not a problem. Yeah, like House of Chains. I'll do that in a second. Let's get this Abyssal Remnant 3 though. And then in the other castle, yeah, the bank is just too good. Any investment in gold early on is just so good. Okay, so we're down. We spent about 10,000 gold there. We have 0 wood. Big purchases. Do I want to fight skeletons and like 100 of the Graverobbers? I could. I could. I'm just worried about having no spells. We have the magic arrow. This should be fine. Yeah, it's going to be a victory anyway. We start off with 1 focus charge point, so that way we can flick the Graverobbers away. Yeah. This is fine. This is totally fine. Let's just continue to do this magic arrow. We're going to kill 18 of these skeletons at a time. Not too bad. I'm going to wait on everybody. No sense in doing anything else. I'm going to put the... Yeah, I'm going to wait for now. We will deal with the Graverobbers later. We have 2 stacks of our Abyssal, or rather our Arbitrators, so we can command fear people away. The 1 stack is going to focus on the little small guy. And the big Arbitrators are going to focus on the 100 skeletons. So 74 skeletons does, call it 50 points of damage onto the Arbitrators, or the Envoys. Graverobbers have 2 speeds, so they're very, very slow. I'm going to skip. I'm going to put the Envoys into the central position. Same with the Cavalries. No, I'm going to send them to the top, so maybe they can infiltrate on the top side towards the skeletons. 1, 2. Graverobbers having a long reach attack does make this fight much worse than the Vine Eriad's fight was. But anyway, okay, another 18 skeletons goes down to the magic arrow. Man, that magic arrow is so powerful. Love it. We're going to wait on everybody except for the Arbitrators, who are going to do tons of damage. Killing these stacks of skeletons from afar. We're down to 47 and 21 skeleton archers. Yeah, and they're just not doing any damage. They've switched targets to the Phoenixes, which makes no sense to me. This does not make any sense at all. We're going to have to keep an eye out on these focus charge points for a moment. We're going to do some skips. And it's time to do a command fear. I'm going to command fear one of these, the closest Graverobber stack, all the way to the back row. Just absolutely dismissed. And I can command fear this other one. I'm going to do that. We're just going to start to play with this distance a little bit more. Okay. Oh, and I should have cast my free magic arrow. I did not, but I don't think it's actually going to hurt me. I'll cast it right now before I lose track of it. Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to devote any more shots to the skeleton archers. They were kind of doing minimal damage anyway. It probably wasn't necessary. Yeah, it probably wasn't necessary, but I was doing it anyway. We're going to skip. Probably actually want to save your focus charge points so you can get Will of the Abyss. That lets your Abyssal Envoys take a full extra turn. It's kind of good. It's not just kind of good, it's really actually stupid good. Due to turn order, we can attack here and then escape. We attack here. Down to 20 Graverobbers, down to 6 in that very first stack, so we've already dealt with them a tiny bit. This Graverobber stack is going to get sent back in a couple of turns, so I think you actually want to magic arrow here. Phoenixes are going to retreat. Cavalries are going to retreat. Abyssal Envoys are going to retreat. Yeah, we're just playing with turn order here. 1, 2. We might get attacked. In fact, we probably will. Okay, and then we talked about focusing damage on this stack because this one's going to get sent back in 1 turn. You see, only having 2 turns of cooldown is... it's just not enough, I think. It just doesn't feel like it's enough. And yeah, the archer stacks are doing 3 damage combined. Not that bad. A little bit of damage here. That's okay. And the Wurms might as well get their licks out. Yeah. Okay, damage is looking fine. Okay. Phoenix can't really attack safely anywhere. Not without toasting my own units. So I'm just going to wait for now. Not once, but twice. Abyssal Envoy is going to get into the fight. Wurms is going to wait. Let's do the command fear on the big guy. And then I'm actually going to wait on the other stack. No, I can just dismiss him to the very far corner. You might as well start the cooldown. And then we're gonna do the damage. Yeah, this is completely unfair. I think that if you tied the ability of the command Fear, if you kept the cooldown the way it is, but you made it so that you could only do it once per round, even if you have multiple stacks, I think that that would probably eliminate all your problems. I think that'd be better anyway. Again, I'm not trying to torpedo this strategy that I really, really like and really, really enjoy, but it does feel like it's a bit of a balanced nightmare. I'm just saying. Okay, we've got magic arrows. Continue to work on these. 1, 2. Oh no. Uh-oh. So I've messed up. There's 13 of these Graverobbers that are going to get a shot off on me. I'm going to, for the first time, do command reposition. So you got command Fear, which sends enemies away, and then you got command reposition, which sends your forces where you want them to be sent, which is really ridiculously overpowered. I don't need to tell you. It's really good. I enjoy it very, very much. And so this way the Graverobbers are not going to get a shot off because we only have 63 HP on this Abyssal Envoy stack. It's not that much. Okay, Phoenix is going to scurry. Abyssal Envoy will wait, as will the Wurms. We can't do the command Fear again. Yeah, you're just never going to touch me. This is just not even fair. Okay. The one single Abyssal Envoy, we'll kill this guy eventually. We're just going to start to kill these guys where we can. 4 to 5. Yeah, let's do 3 to 4 here, and then the Abyssal Envoy should be able to step up and kill these Graverobbers. So we are now down to 2 stacks of Graverobbers, 1 of 17, 1 of 4. The 17 stack is way far behind. They're like 2 or 3 turns away from getting into me. We just took out the close stack that had 4 in there, and then there's 3 skeleton archers way far behind. This fight's over. It's so over that I'm even going to waste some shots killing the archers before I do much of anything else. The magic arrow damage is so good. It's a free 100 points of damage. Sorcery might be just broken, folks. Sorcery might be broken. If you can get the free magic arrow, it might be broken. There's no way I should have lost 0 forces in that fight, but I'm glad we did. So we lose no forces with minimal troops, and we take out so many enemies. We pick up a full new level. Did we get it? No, we did not. Okay, so basic economy, we talked about wanting that before, but basic summon avatar, we took that instead. We get expert daylight magic or expert leadership. Do you want +1 initiative as the subskill, where the sun never sets, where you get additional attack, defense, and spell power in an area you don't control? We do have the daylight magic, so that's actually doubled, which is crazy. Or do you want into daylight magic? Do you want 10 additional movement points, which is doubled because of logistics? I'm going to go for the expert daylight magic for now. Yeah, we'll go for expert daylight magic, and we're going to do speed of light. An additional 10 movement points per day is just too funny at this point. It's just too good. Do you want to do the spell power, the attack, or the defense? I mean, we are destroying these enemies just with spell power alone. Let's do that. Let's just do the spell power for now. I don't know if that's going to be the best thing long term, but hey, this is the way I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. We have 11 movement points that we're going to move towards tomorrow. Fountain. Oh, it's going to give us additional. You can't really pick up the fountain on the first of the day. You got to pick that up kind of midway through. I don't know if I'm going to go and clear out the rest of this. There is a Dragon Utopia. I don't think I beat dragons. We just talked about using spells to clear out enemies. Yeah, dragons don't care. But these upgraded Abyssal Envoys, I like the way this is going. I kind of want to test my strength against them. If you lose, you feel dumb, but I don't want to do that. Oh, there's a lot of opportunities here, folks. And if I'm asking myself what makes a good game, this is the level of excitement that I think I really need. I need Olden Era to feel exciting, and it needs to feel like these choices are meaningful, and they do. For me, these choices feel meaningful. I'm enjoying this very, very much. I really, truly am. Spell power, knowledge. I'm going to go for the spell power. Now that I know that sorcery's out there and can give you a free damaging spell, I think spell power is just stupid good. Absolutely ridiculously good. Okay. Let's see. Maramotha has run out of turns. They picked up the +2 spell power. Blackhorn is going to consider, do they want to go to the Coliseum? Did we pick up? We did not pick up the magic arrow, and we have no spell points, so Blackhorn needs to just sit and wait. She does have 6 spell points because of my Schism faction special ability. I think I wait. Yeah, I think I just want to wait with her. I guess I can defeat the Stinging Aga'Shoth. Yeah, you think you can. With 6 spell points, does that even give you 1 lightning bolt? That gives you 1 lightning bolt. I'm going to go defeat these guys. Maybe it'll be a little bit of experience. We'll destroy them. Stinging Aga'Shoth do have ranged attacks. So how much damage? What's the cost? It says it's going to be 3 of the Aga'Shoth and 2 of the Aga'Shoth Riders. Oh, it's just one big stack of 33. I'm okay with that. So we'll kill 5 immediately. Do some skips. Oh, didn't even lose an Aga'Shoth Rider just yet. Good morale on my Riders. That's fine for me. Defend doesn't actually help you. Okay, so we're going to lose 1 Aga'Shoth Rider in this whole fight, and that's just fine for me. Do you attack? Do you skip? Do you wait? What do you do here? You're not going to lose on the retaliation, so you might as well attack. Yeah, you don't quite lose anyway. I morale onto the Aga'Shoth, so that was absolutely the right choice. We do have a Glance of the Abyss for 18 pure damage, or the Heroic Strike. I'm just going to do the Heroic Strike. That does much more damage. Cultists, unless I get good morale, are not going to get into this fight. We kill most of the stack of the Stinging Aga'Shoth. We take 1 more Aga'Shoth Rider down. Overall, good morale is good. Whoop, don't flee. Jeez. We almost fat-fingered the hotkey that lets you just run away. Don't do that. No, 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 don't do that. Okay, we're not too far away from getting additional forces. I think that if Blackhorn can get, yeah, these plus 1,000 experience, a couple of defensive stats, the magic wheel here, I think that we can have her clear out much more of this area, and that'll save a lot of Nihil stats, things that she wanted to do. Let's go do that for now. Quick little bit of war. Should be an easy fight, no losses. Now, unfortunately, because we've got this trick, the enemy, or rather the AI, doesn't know we have this trick. So it does feel kind of bad to have to fight every fight when we know, I know and you know, that we don't actually have to do this. But we're going to. Okay, these enemies are not going to be on top of us this turn. I'm just going to send the Phantasms back and let everybody else kind of focus in on these Wraiths. 8 to 10. Once. Twice. 81 Ghosts is behind them. Defend, 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 defend. We'll do full weights. Okay. So we'll kill 7 to 9 here. We're not back up to full energy. I might be in a second, though. Could be in a second, though. We'll kill 53 here. I don't want to cast the Energize spell. It just feels like it's a little bit useless to me. But it's on my list of things I could do. I just don't think that I need to spend any spell points, and so I don't want to. Take no losses if you can help it. Okay. Plenty of damage here. Yeah, the ghosts are going to go after my Abyssal Envoys, so this should be fine. We'll attack and we'll banish these guys to the far corner in just 1 second. We'll kill the final 2 to 3 here with the cavalries. The Abyssal Envoys are not going to be bothered by 81 ghosts. Yeah, they do like 1/4 of our damage. Not a problem at all. We'll command Fear. Get the hints. Blast you from afar. I do like that the Paradoxical Shot works really, really well with the Command Fear ability. It just feels like some good synergy. Really good synergy there. 2 to 3. Whoop. All right, and so we were able to kill, what, a stack of 80 Phantasms, 80 Ghosts, and 29 of the other upgraded version. The Wraiths, I suppose. Not too bad. We'll pay 1,000 gold here for the 2 spell points. This 4 Scholars Observatory, very, very nice to pick up the additional 2 spell power for the 1,000 gold. So yeah, the 4 Scholars Observatory. It sounds like it should teach you air magic, earth magic, fire magic, water magic. But the fact that it just gives you knowledge and spell power is actually not too bad. I'm okay with that. And oh, look, another Carrion pile. That seems like a bad idea. Last time we fought the Carrion pile, it cost us 1 Arbitrator and 6 of our concubines. Now, we are quite a bit better now than we were before. We do have a few spell points. What do we have? I think we got 16. With 16, we could, I mean, we could summon a basic avatar. We could energize. We could do some stuff. Oh, it's a bad idea. How many is it? Let me just check this. I want to see how many it is. It says it's an easy fight. Oh, and this is not any of the upgraded versions. Yeah, we shouldn't lose any forces here. It says we're going to lose an arbitrator, and I'm just not going to accept that. Yeah, we're just going to move them back a little bit, and then let all of our phoenixes and such do the work, do the damage, please. That's a magic arrow. We'll magic arrow. Creepy crawly stack number 2. Cavalry will get in the way. Abyssal Envoys are going to take out a full stack by themselves. The one Phoenix has been surprisingly good for me. Like, I don't think that they're... We fought the Hebamancers to get the one Phoenix. They haven't been bad for me. In fact, they've been pretty good. I just don't know if long term it feels... Oh, if it feels best to go for Phoenixes. No, don't lose an arbitrator. We lost an arbitrator. Did my very best and I still lost one. That's crazy. We got attacked by 3 stacks of the Locust, and with 2 hits each, they just overwhelmed me. I couldn't stop them. That's so sad. And it was so close too. Oh, if they had done 8 less HP, we would have survived. But I think that they got poor luck at least twice, so I should be lucky that it wasn't closer than it was, I suppose. I just feel so bad to lose any amount of these arbitrators, because it does prevent me from taking some additional fights later. Like, it's very, very noticeable when you lose one. And 3 Wurms, that's not enough to get an Abyssal Envoy later. I don't know if that was worth it. I don't know. Now, again, we got to ask the question, do you want to go up in this direction? There's Chillins over here. There's some Aga'Shoth. If I don't come back here with my main hero, then I'll be sad that I didn't fight these fights now. I think you've got to continue to fight. There's free treasure, uncanny Rite. We'll go right through these troglodytes. Now this fight should be free. It is. Beer Fountain increases luck by 3 until the end of the week for another 3 days or so. Aga'Shoth. Ferocious Aga'Shoth, that is. Let's see. This is the Uncanny Rite, which will give you gold and mercury upon defeating the guard. We're happy to defeat some other Schism faction forces. Do you lose the cavalry? At this point, I don't think you do. I think that the cavalry is just a little bit too valuable for me to lose. Okay, so Phoenix. Let's see. Let's do the magic arrow immediately. We'll kill 9 of the cultists. Phoenix is going to start to work on the arbitrators. Envoys are going to work on the concubi because, of course, the concubi are, concubi have the nimbleness so they can shoot you whenever. So you really just want to demolish that whole stack if you can. I might want to do the heroic strike against the arbitrators. Take out 1 more arbitrator. The Phoenix is kind of low, so I am going to do that for now. And then the Warmos, I'm going to send them over to deal with the cultists. I'm going to assume that 6 Liches are not going to kill 1 single cavalry. Okay, Concubi focus on the Abyssal Envoys. I'm good with that. We kill another one of the enemy Abyssal Envoys, so the Phoenix is going to survive. Perfect, everything's fine. And then 10 cultists going from 10 down to 5. They get bad morale, lose their turn. Yeah, so this fight's going to be over. Absolutely dusted. It's a new round of Magic Arrow. 3 of the Liches goes down. I'm going to defend with the cavalry. I just don't want to get too close to possibly losing them. The Abyssal Envoys get good luck and absolutely smash the arbitrators. 160 damage to a really high quality unit from just 2 Abyssal Envoys. That feels great. That feels awesome. Sweet, good stuff. Okay. Damage is going on the Liches. Heroic Strike. Very good, very good. Okay. So we saved the cavalry. We did it, everyone. We saved the cavalry. And we get a new opportunity on this level up. Do you want basic resistance, advanced summon avatar, or basic recruitment? I think that resistance is... It's so hard for me to tell. I think it's purple. I'm not getting old. I just think that this has poor readability. Yeah, I think the basic resistance goes to the unfeeling advanced class, and we want all the ones for the Unbound. So we're gonna take the Advanced Summon Avatar. Oh boy, Avatar of Celerity. The speed and initiative is pretty good. I think I prefer that over anything else. And then we're gonna ignore the Vampire Lords or the Vampire Scholars. I think that's Vampire Lords, but we're gonna grab all this other stuff. Hoplets. We're going to lose a Warmos because I'm tired of fighting fights. And then Tomb of a Nameless Hero. Once per game, grants a random artifact, curses its plunderer. It's a powerful curse. Now, here's the deal, folks. They do not, at this current juncture, have a good way for you to tell what exactly the curse is going to be. But I think it's going to either decrease your defense, your spell power, knowledge, attack, luck, or morale for like a couple of turns. I'm going to do this because I don't think it lasts forever. We're going to pick up Boots of freaking Travel. Oh my gosh, look at this. Boots of Travel, plus 10% movement points. And I think it can be upgraded. Yeah, it can be upgraded so it's even better. Oh my gosh. Huh. We have so many movement points every day. We get 331 movement points every single day. 10% bonus movement points plus 2.5% for every 6 levels. We're up to level 15. In 3 more levels, we're going to have an additional 7.5%. And I think it affects everything. It affects these Boots of Travel. It affects your logistics. It affects the 10% from your speed of light. It affects everything. Plus 15% movement points from familiar paths. 331 movement points. Like, I don't have to play perfectly. I just have to play. Because this hero is just so good. That's crazy. Okay, let's go to this Disturbing Summoning Rite. This is going to be for Shoths. It says it's not going to be too big of a deal. I'm still going to fight this fight, though, because cavalries and other creatures are pretty good. CV says finishing those Rite secondary skills. It is a struggle, and I don't want to mess this up. I'm just trying to do guy math here and make sure that it all works out for me in the end. Because if it doesn't, I feel so bad. And we've seen that the advanced classes, if you can get an advanced class, folks, you kind of win the game. I know it's not 100% accurate. Like, there's a lot more to it than just that. It's a little bit more complicated. But you basically just simply win the game. And that is absolutely nuts. We're going to command Fear. Get your butt back there. Let's fight these fights one at a time. Yeah, I love the Arbitrators. They are ridiculously good. Maybe the best, I don't know. We're going to have to compare Arbitrators to like Inquisitors. I'd much rather have an Arbitrator than an Inquisitor. Yeah, Arbitrators are ridiculously good. I love them. Okay, I should have attacked with the Phoenix. We're not going to get reached over here, so let's just attack here. It's fine, it's fine. Defend, defend, defend. Ooh, low morale on the Wurms. That's the first time I've seen that. What the heck? Do Mantis Shells prevent you from getting good morale? Why is my morale so low? We have leadership, after all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different creature alignments. That's why. We have creatures of 4 different alignments. Oh, that was our penalty. We just picked up a powerful curse. Our morale is horrible. I didn't even know what the curse was until just now. It's actually kind of costing us a little bit. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Not what I planned on. What a cool little wrinkle. I'm okay with that. Well, in that case, we're just going to Heroic Strike and slowly whittle these enemies down. Yeah, the combo of Magic Arrow and just pushing enemies out is ridiculously tough. We are going to pick up these Grand Shoth. They're going to be just fine. Yeah, our morale is -1 right now. We went from like a +3 to a -1. Hey, we just found the reason why in the advanced leadership you might take that subskill. That means that your morale bounces right back. That's very interesting, actually. We found a use case that actually works for us. Very cool. Very cool. Now this fight's a hard no. Aqualotls, Chillins, and Divine Eriads, there's no way. If it was any one of those creatures, I'd fight this. For a Mythic Magic Scroll, I would love to use that. Trust me, I would love to use that, but there's just no way. There's just no way. I wish that there was some kind of way, though. No, there's just no way, especially with poor morale. Okay. Now, the Dragon Utopia is out, so we're not going to fight the Liches. I'm going to continue to just sort of make my way down and fight whatever free creatures there are. Do you even take the Medusa? No, you got too many poor creatures anyway. I might trade the Medusa for the Cavalry, though. Cavalry has kind of outlived his usefulness just a little bit. And folks, I'm going to go for this Ice Power +1 Mercury. So we are getting 4 Mercury a day. We need Crystal and Gems, though. Have we not found a Crystal or a Gem mine yet? I don't think we found Crystal or Gems. Resources are so hard to come by. And this is template specific, but still. Interesting things. Okay. We got 21,000 gold. We are still going to go for this Eerie Summoning Rite. Let me make sure I'm building this in the correct place. Yes, it's in this very first castle position. So we're going to do the Disturbing Summoning Rite for the Aga'Shoth as a prerequisite for us. House of Chains. We talked about getting into walls and treasury last time, but House of Chains and Loaded Mansion, there's 1, 2 buildings here, 1, 2 buildings here. It's day 4. So day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. We should be able to make this work. Yes, we should be able to make this work. And then that way we don't accidentally spend precious resources. We probably could, in the second castle, pick up a marketplace. So if we have to trade, then we're not going to be in trouble. Let's actually do that. Let's go for the tavern today. And then we will go right on into the marketplace in this third castle later. It's already giving us a little bit of extra gold anyway. It's doing its job. But I'd like for it to do a little bit better simply by existing. Just exist. Just exist. Serve me well. That's all I'm asking for. -1 morale still. It's so bad. Okay. Fight the pawns. Destroy them. No losses. Very good. Tomb of Vigilance. Do you want to defeat the guard to obtain Dread Knights? Not really. Not really. Could I turn Dread Knights into another Abyssal Envoy? Maybe. Yeah, probably not. Let's attack this because it's going to be experience and it's going to be free. 4 Dread Knights. How much HP are the Dread Knights? Well, it's going to be more than this 1 cavalry anyway. But now my morale is even worse because now I've accepted the undead into the armies. Yeah. It's 400 HP. I would need 1 more. Unless I get the advanced summoning avatar into expert. That's possible. So we're going to keep these guys for now anyway. Singing Aga'Shoth. Somehow we're going to lose a freaking arbitrator. No way. No, 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 no. Stop it. Magic arrow. We'll do full skips. Bad morale at least once already. We're going to skip on both the arbitrators. I'm just going to reposition. Yeah, I'm just going to reposition you down to here right now, just so that way there's no way you can reach me first turn. Let me just prevent the problem from being an issue. Yeah, let me just do that. Defend. Do you attack here? I'm not going to lose a Dread Knight. Yeah, definitely not. And then the Abyssal Envoys. Yeah, just whatever it takes to not lose an arbitrator. That's all I care about. And Phoenixes will toast my own Abyssal Envoys just a tiny bit. Lightly toasted. Lightly toasted. Folks, I used to work my very first job when I was like 17, 18, 16. I think I started at 16. My very first job, I worked at a pizza sub and sandwich shop. Lovely place. Unfortunately, the owner has retired, and so he sold the restaurant, and it's just not the same anymore. So I don't go back. But it was my very first job, and my definition of lightly toasted, I will tell you right now, is very different from other people's definition of lightly toasted. Weird? It's kind of the way it is. A little bit surprising, all things considered. I thought that lightly toasted just meant lightly toasted. Other people will tell you that you burned it. Other people will tell you that you barely even touched it. People all feel some sort of way about their food, and they think that you just understand exactly what they meant when you said lightly toasted. I'm here to tell you, folks, I do not. I'm sure that if I was a better, smarter, wiser person, I'd be able to figure this out and give you exactly what you wanted. But because I am not, then you're getting what I'm giving you. You're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, we've decided to stay far away from these creatures. We're going to attack left to right. So the Phoenixes are going to go backwards. And I think, yeah, because these guys got the parry ability, No, they do not. It's Minotaur Lords that have the parry ability. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, we're gonna attack here now. The damage is gonna be minimal. The defense we have is pretty good. We're killing 2 to 5 Minotaurs at a time with the Abyssal Envoys. The Dread Knights are gonna do significant damage. And then the rest of my creatures have a high enough initiative that we can back off without the Minotaurs touching us unless, oh my gosh, unless both my Warmos and my Shoths lose their turn. That is insane, and I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Oh my gosh, this curse, this powerful, powerful curse has been really bad for me. I'm gonna reposition these guys just out of the way, like here. I guess we're gonna lose Shoths now. Yeah, it's only 200 HP worth, so I don't know. I'm a little bit irked. Can you tell that I'm a little bit just like, don't like that. I hate you. Oh my gosh. And so I set you up. Oh, you're kidding me. I thought I was protecting myself. No. Oh my goodness. I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed with how horrible that was. Folks, in case you didn't see that, the Minotaurs have their fighting style, which is the Grand Slam. So they will attack the target and then all creatures 2 hexes behind. And by moving my Wurms out of the way from the Minotaurs on the far right stack, I actually moved them into position where they could get really nice double, triple hex attacks off on the other side. So, that was about the worst thing I've ever seen happen. I should attack. I'm not going to. I'm not going to do this. It was 3 Wurms. We started with 3, huh? If it was 4, I might try to summon and just hope that my math sucks and hope that the game doesn't keep track adequately, but it will. I'm sure of it. So, all right. Golly. So upset. Jeez, the curse has absolutely ruined my day. The Warmos lost their turn again, which is nuts. Wish they wouldn't do that. High morale onto the Minotaur Lords. They actually get a full second shot off onto the Dread Knights. That's crazy. I'm gonna fear these guys as far away from me as I can. Oh my goodness, this is just not even funny at this point. That's not true. It is funny. If it was any more funny, I might be very upset. But it is funny. My younger brother, he is one of my favorite people. He has a very unique perspective on the world. And he's the type of person, when he was a young kid, he saw a blue heron, which are fairly common in the place that I grew up. At the lake, he just sees this blue heron out there. And he says to my dad, he says, "Dad, is that a stork?" And my dad goes, "No, it's a blue heron." He goes, "Oh, okay." And he thinks about it for a second. He goes, "Blue heron are storks without the baby?" It's one of my dad's favorite stories, and I do appreciate it too. And so, long story short, just because you think this something is a certain thing doesn't mean it is. I don't know where I was going with that story. It was going to be relevant somehow. Storks, blue herons. You say something is going to be the way it is because it's funny. It's not funny, but it is funny. It's not even funny. I don't know where I was going to go with that. I was going to tie that in somehow, and then I got so happy thinking about the story that I forgot where the tie-in was. Huh. Oh well, folks. We lost 3 Shoths for free, and we lost 2 of the Dread Knights for free. Wow, that's crazy. But we do pick up the expert leadership, which we're very happy for. So morale increases by 3. We're going to do this where the sun never sets. Because we have daylight magic, the bonus is going to be super good. We're happy for the Medusa. We're going to keep the Medusa. I'm going to drop the Shoths, I guess. And we have the most ragtag forces you ever saw. 14 Medusa is actually a crap ton. 14? That's actually much better than I thought it was. Oh my word. Oh, okay, we'll take it. Yeah, 14 Medusa is gonna save me a lot because You got the Arrow Barrage for some more AoE damage. Yeah, in general, the losses are very acceptable when I actually stop and think about it. Let's do some full skips. Hopefully the low morale leaves me alone in a little bit. Yeah, AoE damage. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I didn't actually need to fight this fight. I was going to win the fight anyway, but it felt like the right thing to do. Just so we could take a look at these 14 Medusa. Yeah, because they're good. They're good. Okay. Alrighty, on to the next thing. There's another Tomb of Vigilance. Now I feel kind of bad because one Tomb of Vigilance, not enough to get an Abyssal Envoy. Two Abyssal or two Tombs might be enough. Might be enough. It's another easy battle. This might be one Medusa. I'm going to just lose the Medusa. I'll lose one Medusa for the 4 Dread Knights. Yeah, 6 Dread Knights with 100 HP. If I lose the full stack, I should be able to summon a new creature. We're going to attack here against these Great Graverobbers. It says we're going to lose a lot of forces. We're going to battle this because I think I can prevent any losses with the previous strategy. But notice that the Merchants of Death do have double the speed that the Graverobbers have. So the stacks are bigger. There's some major issues here. This is going to be a bit of a problem, but I still think we're going to do much better than we were going to do before. I think I want to cast the initial Energize. Maybe not. Magic Arrow's really good. But is it better than keeping the enemies at bay? Honestly, it depends on whether or not my Arbitrators lose their turn due to poor morale. Looks like they won't. Looks like they won't. Let's wait again. Okay, the Medusa are going to do the AoE damage. Very nice. Very nice. So we're going to use the Arbitrators to push back 25 and 24. So Command Fear here. And then might as well do some damage onto the... I don't really care who I do the damage onto, I suppose. Close Merchant to Death stack. Now we do the Energize spell, so we can Command Fear this guy away. We're just trying to split this all up. The important thing is that we're just trying to split all this up. Nothing else really matters. It's all about keeping this... playing with distance. One of my favorite things I always talk about in Heroes Might and Magic 2 is that I'm typically doing my very, very best to prevent enemies from crowding around you. If you can prevent enemies from crowding around you, you're going to do much better than you otherwise would. So this actually helps that drastically. Now, I can reach with these Dread Knights. I can kill many of these Merchants to Death. I don't think I'm going to lose one of the Dread Knights. And even if I lose one, I could still, in the upcoming fight, do some damage. Let's attack. Hopefully we don't lose one. Not quite, anyway. Phoenixes are going to be able to get into there in a moment. I'm going to step the Abyssal Envoys up one space because they're probably going to want to they're probably going to want to keep this around. I think you'll lose a Phoenix if you attack here. 200 HP? No, we won't. I'm not going to spend the Heroic Strike. I'm just going to tank the damage and then I'm going to run with the Phoenix. Yeah, we lose 70 HP worth. These Merchants of Death are going to be able to jump right on me if I let them. I could command reposition the Phoenixes away if I wanted to. But if that was the case, you should have attacked with the Abyssal Envoys. I've got the focus points. I'm going to do this. Yeah, we're just going to continue to get the damage, and I'll plan on repositioning in a second. We're going to wait here. You know, if I just attack with the Dread Knights, I could probably get the Abyssal Envoy stack this match, this turn. Do you just want to kill and just lose on purpose? It's not smart. Yeah, but it's like a cost effectiveness sort of a deal. Let's do this. Okay, tons of damage. It's very fine. Save the Warmos. They're going to be useful later. Reposition the Phoenix out of here. And then these Merchants of Death shouldn't even be able to kill the Medusa or anybody else. So that's going to be very fine for me. Okay, we do the most damage here, 54 to 70. I guess we can attack anybody and it won't be too big of a deal. There's going to be retaliations here. No, because these guys are going to go last. Kind of want to kill skeletons a little bit. No, you want to kill the merchants for sure. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to magic arrow the back stacks continually. Okay, Dread Knights take a bit of damage. They take a bit more damage. Yeah, and this is a surefire way, I suppose you could say, to get my summon off, which I will be glad to take. Looks like 4 to 6. I should definitely attack here. We'll barrage the back stacks. Skeletons are still coming. I might actually command fear them away for all things considered. Wurms are going to kill 3 of the Merchants of Death. So 1 full stack is down, which is great. Might as well do the damage with the Abyssal Envoy. These guys are going to be able to reach in a second anyway, but if you're going to lose the Dread Knights, you really got to let them die. In fact, we're probably going to let the Dread Knights attack the Skeletons in a second, because the retaliation there is going to be really pretty fine. So we're going to skip the Phoenix, skip the Abyssal Envoys. Dread Knights are going to you're probably going to lose the full stack here. Let's see about it. Yeah, 200 Skeletons kills 3. Okay, I got to kill this final Dread Knight. Have to, simply must. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to Magic Arrow the closest stack of the Merchants of Death, because they can get into the Phoenix if they really want to. I'm going to skip. Uh-oh, low morale once. Command Fear reposition. If I reposition the Skeletons here, then they will kill a Skeleton next turn. I'm going to do that. I'm going to still make sure that they have nobody else to attack. We're going to still have 2 focus points, so the Abyssal Envoys can do their job. Okay. Stack of 20. Oh, the stack of 20 will kill there. That's fine. I don't think the 6 Merchants of Death kills a Phoenix. They don't. Oh, what's this? Blighted Corpse. Poison. Takes 15 damage each round. Okay, so we're actually very close to losing a Medusa. Can't help that. Did the Medusa have Sharpshooter, so full damage at any range? I think I'm fine to let her just kill Skeletons. Maybe not. Let's kill 6 to 11 of these Merchants of Death here. Skeletons did not step onto the corpse, which is perfect. Wurms are actually pretty good combatants. They're doing damage. Killing the rest of that stack. And then Summoning Rite Envoy. Dread Knights are dead. Does not affect the undead, embodiments, and constructs. My whole strategy falls apart because you cannot do the Summoning Rite on the dead creatures. I just wasted the Dread Knights. Oh no. I'm so grateful. This is why we're getting experience, folks. We're getting experience every single day we play. Every single match we play, we learn something new. That is not going to be a lesson that's soon forgotten. Golly. Okay. Well, let's go back to the logs. I actually need to check to see how much damage the Skeletons were doing. Skeletons counterattacked for 206 damage to those guys. Yeah, but my Abyssal Envoys have much more defense. I'm going to have the Abyssal Envoys start to work on the Skeletons. Maybe not. What if I do Will of the Abyss? I've got the focus points. Let's just do this. We're going to do Will of the Abyss. So for the first time, we're going to attack and do lots of damage. Rawr. And then we get another full shot off. Rawr. 2 turns in a row. Basically, it's 3 turns in a row. That feels great. We're going to kill Merchants here. I don't really trust that the Phoenixes aren't going to die to this retaliation. 70 HP. It'll be like 6 Merchants of Death. I don't think I'm going to die here. I think it'll be fine. Yep, it's fine. And then Skeleton Strike. Very good. It's time to do some heroic strikes. We'll kill 3. We'll kill 2. Arbitrators are going to be able to command Fear Skeletons far, far away. And we'll damage once. And I wish I could command Fear again. That'd be hilarious if I just sent you to the Shadow Realm. That'd be awesome. Skeletons skipped their turn because they were too far away. And overall, I mean, I wish I got an Abyssal Envoy out of that, but I think that's still okay. We pick up 18 Concubus. The fact that we traded Concubi for the Dread Knights is actually perfect because now our morale doesn't suck. And we're just doing better in general. It's okay. It's fine. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go fight the Carrion pile so we can hopefully get enough. There we go. Enough Wurms so we can summon one more. But all of a sudden this difficult battle is no longer difficult. If we can get the brass knuckles, I'm going to be feeling so good about myself. So good indeed. This says it's an easy battle. I'm going to agree. Losses are not going to look great though. Yeah, I can't lose a single Arbitrator. The Arbitrators, you need to have at least 2. If you lose one of your arbitrators, everything else falls apart. So let's go to here. Concubine, I have a bit of a stack. I might even do like some slither away tactics with the Medusa. Let's see where this goes. Big stack of Overgrown Locust. I think 7 initiative. Yeah, that's the highest initiative Locust out of the bunch. Oh, Harvester Locusts do have 7 as well. Okay, best thing to do. We'll kill here. You kill here. Problem is that these Overgrown Locusts are going to be fast enough to get into the Concubine if they want to. And I really just can't allow that. Really can't. 14 are not going to kill a full Arbitrator. 14 of these infiltrate, or these little critters anyway. 16, they are now. There goes 1, but we had 2 Concubi extra due to the Abyssal Communion. We've been really using our Abyssal Communion stacks very, very effectively. That's great, actually. Now here's the problem, folks. The Concubi are going to just get destroyed. Yeah, Locusts are going to reach. They're too fast. You can't play with distance here. So you actually hope that the Concubi take a little bit of damage. I'm gonna drop this stack of Locusts in the back. That would have been the perfect time to get good morale. We're gonna lose 1 Concubi. We're gonna lose 1 Concubi and then 1 Medusa. That was it. Oh, thank goodness, that was perfect. We only lost 1 Medusa and 1 Concubus in this fight. That could have been so much worse. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Let's actually do this. Let's command fear. No, let's not, because the Medusa are gonna slither away, and then they're gonna AoE barrage this whole fighting force. So the Arbitrators are just going to do what they do best. Get some damage off. Even in the melee, they're still going to do pretty good damage. So we slither away. Fighting style, ranged attack. Tons of damage. Phoenixes are going to get in here. Yes, yes. Yes, of course. And we're going to do our magic arrow. Boop. Wurms will kill 10 of these creatures. Yeah, and with the remaining 6 Locust, they don't really have a chance against us. So overall, losing 1 Concubi in that fight was okay. And 1 Medusa. 1 Concubi, 1 Medusa, that felt fine. Now you get 6 Wurms, that's definitely enough. We can definitely summon them up. Yeah, we can definitely summon them up. But now you gotta kill the full stack. Let's see, 5? No, you need 4. You need 2. You need 2 Wurmo stacks with 120 HP. That's 400 just in the base stats, and then plus 20. No, that's only 480, isn't it? Yeah, so you got to have 5 Wurms. 5 Wurms to a stack. Got to have 5 Wurms to a stack. That's okay though. By the way, do you like that we just picked up like 10 or 40 movement points this single round here? That's kind of nuts. Advanced Abyssal Communion, perfect timing because we're going to need this for this upcoming fight. So we have our true home. Friendly Schism creatures deal and take bonus 10% and negative 10% damage. Maximum communion level increases or grants 5 additional movement points per communion. We have enough movement points. It's fine. It's been really fun to see how high we can get this number, but I do want to do 10% bonus damage and take a reduced 10% damage. I really do. I think the Comprehensible Depths is really good though. It's like a late game opportunity. If we are attacked on our hometown, though, on this home terrain, our true home is going to be very critical. I'm going to do our true home for the 10 and 10, and it will help us in this upcoming fight. Folks, we're finally out of movement points. That only took forever, but it felt really nice to finally get it. Otherworldly magic, interesting. Ice power, I think I'm just going to continue to go with ice power. Phixfox, are you trying to get additional Rerolls growth or Aga'Shoth growth or Shoth growth? I mean, I probably should. We're just gonna do the ice power for now. Blackhorn, yeah, I want that for her. I want her to be so happy, doing so much damage. Scholar Synergy, Naira, +4 spell power when casting Nightshade spells. We talked about wanting to get into the Umbral Grip. It might be tier 3. I might have messed this up. It might be tier 3. Disguise, Darkest Night. Let's just do the Scholar Synergy there. We'll pick up the +1 defense, +1 attack, +1 spell power. The 1000 experience there was great. And then maybe, yeah, first thing in the morning, we can grab the fountain. We'll grab all these forces, and she's going to see what she can do in this general area. So Blackhorn is being very effective with their turn. Maramatha is also being pretty good. Picking up Mercury. There's more resources to the north here. And then we've done it. Eerie summoning Rite allows you to recruit Abyssal Envoys. Our main castle is going to spend 12,500 gold, 5 gems, 5 crystal, and 15 mercury to pick up our 7th tier creatures. Very happy for that. And hold on. Yeah, so we got the external dwelling, and then the Boreal Call. We never picked up the Boreal Call, but it's different. It doesn't give you weekly creature growth. It's like a one-time creature bank. So I'm very glad we got, of all the different chances, we got the Eerie summoning Rite, so that's perfect. Now with 10,000 gold left, I think it's time to pick up the treasury in our secondary castle and the marketplace. That was our plan, was to pick up the tavern and marketplace in the third castle, get to the treasury in the second castle, and then we're gonna hopefully get to the bloated citadel for the arbitrators in our second castle in a little bit, and then we'll figure it out from there. Folks, simultaneous turns have stopped. Simultaneous turns have stopped. That means that the enemy is close. And now I feel much better about taking the 10% on my main hero, because now I feel like I'm going to be a little bit better than I was before. Okay. I still want to fight this fight. It's a little bit crazy, but Medusa, the Concubine, trading out the Wurms, yes. I do think that this is going to be a fun fight for me. And our morale is improved, so the curse is worn off. We don't need to worry about the curse anymore. Brass Knuckles is really looking good. I'm going to plan on losing all the Wurms. Tell you what, if you got 9, can't have more than 2 units. If you get 1,000 XP, if there's 1,000 health here, I think that you can just do it this way. I'm going to lose the full stack, and then I'm going to try and summon 2 Abyssal Envoys here. Let's make this fight happen. Okay, it's a victory. We're only going to lose 5 of the Wurms. Let's see if we can lose. This sounds crazy. Let's see if we can lose even better. Let's fight this fight. Okay, I'm going to reposition the Wurms to the very front. I might even do the reposition just to get the Wurms out there a little bit further. If I could, oh man, if I could speed these guys up, I sure would, but I cannot. So we're going to wait. I don't think that these Abyssal Overseers are going to just rush down the battlefield, so we're going to wait. They all do their skips. We might need to energize, so let's save a spell. Yeah, and let's just put the Wurms right here. An absolute sacrificial lamb. Let the enemies just completely surround them. Concubine, I mean, you might as well get some damage off. You're not going to kill a full stack. Abyssal Overseers, you might as well get some damage off. Bottom stack once, bottom stack twice. Medusa absolutely want to AoE for 50 damage. Thank goodness for the Phoenix. If we didn't have the 14 initiative Phoenix, this fight would be impossible. But I think we're going to be okay. Do you want to do the Energize? Do you want to do the Advanced Summon Avatar? You're about to take a bunch of damage. I think you want to do the Advanced Summon Avatar. No, you want the enemies to completely surround these Wurms. But it feels bad not to cast a spell yet. Tell you what, we'll just do the Magic Arrow. We'll just get a little bit of damage off. Oh my gosh, pure resistance, immune to all magic damage. Stop. Stop doing that. I think this is the second time we've done that. Okay, so let's not do that ever again. That's bad, clearly. We're going to defend. Okay. We do kill 1 Abyssal Overseer on this retaliation. I'm fine with that. 9 Wurms down to 8. 8 Wurms down to 7. 7 down to 6. These guys are too fast. They're going to get into me before I can actually stop them. They're just too fast. Phoenix might as well get some damage off, I think. Heck, I can even Heroic Strike for 100 points of damage. And then this upcoming round, she might... I don't know why I called the Phoenix a she. Maybe it's a she. I don't know. She could just back off. They're not going to be able to reach you, but I'm guessing that they're going to run down the battlefield rather than stay stuck here on the Wurms. Maybe. We're about to find out what the AI is going to do. Are you going to attack the Wurms? Thank freaking goodness. That's actually what I wanted. Yes. Perfect. Okay, great. Nice. Okay, so good. So we're going to wait and defend. We want to do a little bit of damage from afar. Here. And here. And, oh, can I AoE and not kill somebody? Perfect. Okay. We do some damage, but not too much. We're going to skip one more time. We got one more worm left. This is great. I love this. Okay, so skip. Everybody waits. Well, tell you what, this worm is not going to take that sitting down. Attack me! Perfect. Perfect. Oh, buddy. And now they've wasted so much time. We should get 2 Abyssal Envoys out of this. I think we're going to get 2 Abyssal Envoys out of this. So let's do damage here. Well, there's 2 stacks of 2 and then 2 stacks of 1. There's 3 stacks of 1 and 1 stack of 2. Okay. And the AoE is going to go buck wild here. Very nice. Now, do you summon the envoys now, or do you wait one more turn? I think you can just heroic strike here, summon here. 2 envoys are up, and now I get my turn. I'm gonna kill one more envoy here, and then I'm not gonna lose the fight. This is crazy. Jeez. Okay, so overall, folks, apparently Carrion piles are more useful for the Schism faction than I originally thought that they were. I thought that it was okay at best, and now I see the funny side. Now I understand. Now I understand. Okay. So damaging spells don't work, but we can still, like, Unnatural Calm this guy. Might as well. Does the Phoenix attack? I don't think so. I'm just gonna keep the Phoenix away. These guys do AoE damage, right? Area Strike. I don't think they're gonna do enough damage, though, to really bother me. You know... I mean, I just don't want to get attacked by this guy, so we're gonna skip. Okay, quite a bit of damage. That's okay. Gonna be 1 Concubine goes down. That was from my Abyssal Communion stack, so it's actually not very good. I'm going to just do a Heroic Strike onto the low Abyssal Overseer. And then my 2 should just brawl it out with this guy right over here. Okay, damage is fine. So it's basically going to be this whole fight is going to cost us exactly 1 Medusa Queen. And then we just ended up essentially trading 9 Wurms for 2 Abyssal Envoys. That's great. That's fine. That was a good fight. Now, here's my question, folks. And this is, I don't know the answer to this. Are you going to be able to do this if you're playing competitive online play? Like, these strategies can be done, but they take a little bit of time to make sure that you don't mess them up. And I think you're going to have like a clock, like a chess timer that's going to be keeping track. Are you going to actually be able to spend the time to do all of this? I mean, it's worth it. Totally, it's worth it. Like, a lot of preparation, and now we got 2 full additional summons, but I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. That feels kind of bad to me. Okay. Unbound. This one's purple. This one's purple. We don't want that. Expert Summon Avatar. Look at this. Their name is Legion. Friendly creature ability summon 50% bonus creature. So if I was going to summon 2, instead I would get 3. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. So there I got 2. I could have gotten 3 if I'd done that a little bit differently. Okay. My experience looks incredibly good here. I still think I need a little bit more experience. Yeah, we're going for level 18. If we can get to level 18, then we get the extra 2.5% bonus movement points. Right now it's 331. We're going to keep track of that in a little bit. There is a portal here. It's going to be vampires to take you somewhere. Do you want to... I think I just want to go back home and resupply. I don't want to go into this area. There's another Abyssal castle over here. That's another hero. But if I go through this Lith, then this guy, Maramotha, can travel through there later. I think that this fight's going to be much easier than this one. Is there anything else over here to get? No, not really. House of Chains, interesting but not required. With 4 Abyssal Envoys, can you take Dragon Utopia? No, I still think that my spells are a little too valuable for me. Yeah, a little too valuable for me. This Mythic Magic Scroll though here though. Vortex Robe. Whenever the opponent casts a spell, restore 50% of its cost as mana to the wearer. That's nuts. In exchange for Chainmail? That seems pretty good. Don't you think? Wouldn't you say? Dragon Utopia. I think that if I got all of my Abyssal Envoys from home, then maybe that's a worthwhile fight. I might come back here, but for now, I think I just need to hightail it home. I think I got stuff to do, places to be, and I don't want to lose most of my forces recklessly, needlessly. Okay, let's hit this fountain. Boreal Call. Yeah, easy fight. Easy fight. At this point, after everything I've already done, this is easy. Whew, I was going to sneeze there, and then I scared myself, and so I didn't do it. Nice job, Phixfox. Okay. Yeah, Aga'Shoth Riders, they're going to be fast enough to cause me some grief. Okay. All right. Did I actually lose anybody? I don't know why I would. What if we do the Advanced Summon Avatar? Is that going to help? I really need a web spell. In fact, today I might go back to my main castle and just pick up the web spell. We'll attack here. We'll attack here. Here. You gotta kill this stack because this stack can actually reach the Medusa. So that's why I did the magic arrow there. Thankfully, the Aga'Shoth Riders can't get to the very center, except for that one. Concubine are doing a-okay. Arbitrators are doing just fine. Good morale. It's about time we saw good morale. Holy kittens. It's been a long time coming. Okay, and the damage is doing just fine for me. Okay. Yeah, and again, I don't want to say things that we shouldn't, but I do believe. I'm just gonna say I do believe. I do believe, as we pick up one Abyssal Envoy, that the Olden Era team has it where you can auto combat midway through battles now. Right now they don't on this demo, but I think that they're gonna have that in the future. I think you can plan on that in the future. Okay, another one of these weird fights that we don't love. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea where to go with this, actually. I kind of need to split these Abyssal Envoys. This will be okay. So, archers to the top. Yeah, I wish the Abyssal Envoys were back here. That was kind of a mistake. Yeah, we're a little too slow. Slower than I would like anyway. At least the 20 Concubine are going to get to go. Oh, but I can actually just move the Arbitrators, so we're going to use the command move ability. It'll be fine. Here. You there. Move over there. Hey, pal. Hey, pal. You there. Move over there. Oh, wait, can I not do that? Oh, it's too far. That's hilarious. We're just going to evacuate our own troops. We take care of ourselves, don't we? That's a good deal. By the way, our Abyssal Communion stacks are so good. We got one full Envoy. I wonder if that counts. It does not count for the purposes of summoning, which is interesting, but understandable. Like, completely understandable. Okay. Yeah, just as long as we can avoid putting our forces into harm's way, no losses seems great to me. Very good, very good. High morale, we'll take it. Alrighty. I forget what this was even for. Oh, Quiet Eye of the Dragon from this abandoned mansion. That's where we were at. +1 attack, +1 defense. I'm good for that. +1 attack, or rather +1 defense from this opportunity here. Okay, folks. Expert Sorcery to make your offensive spells do a little bit more damage. Or Expert Abyssal Communion, no doubt. Expert Abyssal Communion is the play. And we're going to go for this one. I don't know how you say this. Abyssal Pelagial Communion level increases by 1 per victory in combat. Absolutely taking that. So now, in case you're wondering, your communion level on your Schism heroes is featured right here. So we have 3 out of 4. So at higher levels, you get more free forces at the beginning of the fight. Now this is doing just fine for us. We're doing okay. So like we fight this fight, no losses, hopefully. And then we should have 4 out of 4. And so now fighting this Eerie summoning Rite for the Abyssal Envoys, we're actually going to have many more forces than we were going to have before. It says no losses. I'm going to believe that. We're going to pick up the +1 here. And we have 2 opportunities for this Eerie summoning Rite. And we're getting all these additional ones here back at home. We're getting, yeah, 3 a week. We would like to get into Walls 2. Let's do that immediately. Nothing could be more important. Let's do Walls with the upgrade that lets you have a stack of tier 1 creatures. Probably not very good late game if we're attacked, but it just feels like it's okay to me at this point anyway. Okay, we wanted House of Chains and Bloated Mansion at the other castle. This one, if you get the walls, you can go into the treasury pretty quickly. You probably just want to get the Cultist Spire for now, though, just to save resources. We are out of wood completely and totally. Resource Riches 2 is an option. Maybe we'll pick that up next turn. For now, Otherworldly Magic. Arcane spells of your heroes gain +1 level. Interesting, but not required. Interesting, but not required. I think I'd prefer to just do Ice Power with +1 spell power. Yeah, unless you're going to use... Okay, folks, we haven't really talked about this. With the Concubus, what have I been calling them? Have I been calling them the Concubus? I think I have. The Concubus, and more importantly, the Bewitcher upgrade, has some really good abilities. Handcuffs is one of the best unit abilities ever. Prevents the target from using active abilities. Lasts for 2 rounds. Late game, this is nuts. Like right now, we're using 2 Arbitrator stacks to like move forces and keep things around. I think late game, you actually want 2 stacks of the Concubi or the Bewitchers instead of the 2 stacks of the Arbitrators. Like, I think it's that big of a deal, which sounds crazy, but I think that that's just the way it is. Because of how good it is to shut down the enemies. We talked earlier, we said if, as the Schism faction, you're not making sure the enemy has a really bad time, you're not doing it right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Preventing the enemy from having a fun time and doing a lot of good things, that's what you want. That'll be our plan later, but for now, I can't believe it's only week 2. We've been playing now for 3 hours. I don't think I've taken a single break. I haven't taken a single break, have I? Oh no, it's not typical of me. I'm supposed to take a break. I tell myself to take a break every hour, because if I don't, I burn out quicker. I think that the reason I haven't done that though is because my library closes in the next 45 minutes, so we might not make it a full extra 45 minutes before we just stop, but I mean, week 3 is typically about the time I start to see enemies. We've already seen that the simultaneous turns is stopped. I think that there's an enemy right in here. Maybe they're going to take this castle. Maybe they're going to come through here. We might be in trouble. We'll see. Let's pick up these Abyssal Envoys. We just pick up 1. That's all we really can pick up at the moment. Spell points, 8 out of 20. I still think that we win this fight, and that's all I really wanted to do at the moment. Then I can pick up the Cultists, maybe the Colosseum, maybe the Black Tower. Yes. We'll have enough forces anyway. Let's just put the Abyssal Envoy in the very front and let everybody else stay back. Charge! There's no way these guys actually kill him, right? As soon as I move him, I'm like, wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. I hope that they don't kill him. Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't panic. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. They even did me the honor of attacking in melee so I could get a nice retaliation off. That feels good. Yeah, a little bit tanky damage goes a long way for you, doesn't it? Okay, Riders are going to kill 1 full stack here. Abyssal Envoy is going to work on this big stack of 33. We can kill up to 25. We kill 16. Not bad. Riders are going to focus on this stack here. We'll kill 12. We'll kill about 12. There's 4 stacks, 1 of 17, 1 of 11, 1 of 1, and 1 of 3. Single stack of 1 is taken out. Single stack of 3 is taken out. With the good morale, I'm actually going to run the Aga'Shoth away. Yeah, so that way they don't get attacked by this big group of 17. Just trying to save the damage wherever I can. 17 are going to attack the Aga'Shoth Riders. They kill one. Yeah, but this one Abyssal Envoy is absolutely cleaning up. It's his world, and we're all just living in it. My goodness. So valuable. Expert Nightshade Magic. +1 level to all Nightshade spells. Hour of the Wolf. Attack and defense to creatures. We're going to go from Nightshade Teachings. And I haven't checked this yet, but where in the world is Umbral Grip? Web, Despair, Nightshade. I think I want to pick up Web right now, by the way. My main hero is going to want that. You can unlock 1 spell per day. Umbral Grip is... Nope. Where are you? Should be right in here. Fatal Decay, Umbral Grip. It is a tier 2 spell. I'm going to get Umbral Grip for Blackhorn, and she's going to be very effective at that point. Like, very effective. It'll feel really nice. She can probably defeat Myra's Altars for me. Let's send her back. She's probably barely going to run out of movement points. She'll have enough movement points to get back there, and then she can stay overnight, get full spell points. Let's just hope that we're not attacked from over here, because I think that we might be. This might be a problem, folks. Let's hit end turn, month 1, week 2, day 6, on to day 7. I'm looking at the adventure map, the mini map. I'm not seeing any enemy forces here, and no enemies lose, so the enemies didn't attack each other, or if they did, I didn't see it. Okay, it is day 7. Let's focus on the priorities. Wall 2. So this is going to go from 2 of these arbitrators up to 3 a week. Let's get Bloated Mansion at the second castle. We're completely broke at this point. Anything else? Nope, that's fine. That's okay. I'm good with it. Niall is going to just continue on the way. Never picked up this Summon Automaton for +1 defense. She shall now. Cultist Spire, just to flag it for additional growth. Phantasms should be a very easy fight. Pile of books for one day, basically. And then all of a sudden, I'm loving these Medusa. 7 additional Medusa. We got 18 Medusa. This feels good. Aga'Shoth Stables, Ritual Pyre. Another Carrion pile as well. I'm going to grab all of this. Enemy wants to flee. They're not going to get far at all. Whispering Stones for just 1 day. Another Dwelling flagged. And I think that we're really seeing the value of having, oh, I don't know. It was 321, 331 movement points a day. It's so good. It's so good because now we don't have to worry about anything. We're just rushing through this map. We're clearing out so much. And I'm very happy for everything. Yeah, clearing out without problems is going to suit me the very, very best. I will pick up the Wurms one more time. It looks like it's not going to be a big enough stack, but I can just move the Arbitrators over. It's just going to be 3. Yeah, it's not very good, but you know, with Their Name is Legion, it doesn't affect the base level. You still have to have increments of 500 HP in order to do summons. But that's still fine. An Overwhelming Curse. I don't know if you want an Overwhelming Curse at this point. We might end up attacking an enemy in like 2 days. Who knows? I'm going to accept this though, just because it could be great. I don't know what this artifact is, but let's see if we can tell what happened. We have -1 luck and -1 morale, so I guess it's not too bad. But we get an offhand epic weapon. Heroic Strike restores 4 mana. That's not bad. It's not going to stay. In fact, the next time I need Alchemical Dust, I might just sell this. I can understand the value of getting mana through fighting fights and trying to heroic strike your enemy to death. I understand the value there. Just not my favorite thing at the moment. I just don't think it's gonna be critical. Okay, and have we flagged everything in our starting biome? I think that pretty much does it. This might be the first time I've flagged everything in my starting biome. That's crazy. Holy cow. Good job. Good job. Blackhorn is sitting here. I did realize just now that there's a well. I could send her. But first thing in the morning, I think she's going to go get the Myra's Altar. Yeah, so let's stay here for now. And then Maramatha is going to pick up gold once and twice. That's 3k gold. A little bit of ore in the back corner. I don't know if this is the best use of his time, though. A little bit of ore, a little bit of ore. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best use of his time, but look, even the ore and the wood here, if we hadn't have spent to get survival conditions a while ago, we'd really be in trouble. I almost want to spend the other 2 faction points to get that now. I do think the cold touch, though, is useful if the enemies are going to attack us fairly soon. Alternatively, we can get the elite Aga'Shoth. That'll increase growth. They're such a good unit. They are a good unit. And the speed increases by 1. Once we get into this level, that's when things really kick off for me. We still need to spend 9 faction law points in order to get to this next break. You can see right here, it says it's 21 out of 30. We've spent 21 faction law points. We need to spend 30 in order to access this 4th tier of faction law points. I'm going to do cold touch. Because again, the Bewitchers are just pretty good in my opinion. Okay, we're going to wait here. We got 3k gold. Are there any alternative purchases to make in this 3rd castle? There is not. We're going to hit in turn. That's going to be the end of month 1, week 2, day 7, on to week 3. Blue castle here. Enemies here. I'm watching this. AI player lost. Green has lost. Folks, green player is gone. That's wild. And look, somebody defeated this portaled hero. There was a hero in the portal. They're gone now. I think they stepped out and then stepped back in. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, I'd like to pick up, let's see, cultists, Aga'Shoth riders. I'd like to pick up all these forces. I just don't think I can at the moment. It looks like the next fight is going to occur over here. Unless you want to let go of Maramatha, then I don't think we're going to find out what's through this portal in a turn. Do you want to wait 1 turn, or do you want to dismiss him and hire a hero and send them? 2,500 gold. He can for sure get there in 2 turns. I'm going to do that. Let's let him get there in 2 turns. At least I think he can. Yeah, travel by road. I think he can do that. Blackhorn's got full spell points. Kind of want to get to this elite summoning Rite because the creatures are just that good. Great library, kind of interesting. House of Chains, Bloated Mansion. We need wood. We need alchemical dust. Involuntary summons. I should really pick up the involuntary summons. Involuntary summons once a week allows you to recruit creatures from an external dwelling. This is actually really, really good. And the fact that I haven't been abusing this for 2 weeks, probably a mistake. Definitely a mistake. That's a mistake, but a mistake that I've made, and I don't know when I'm gonna change my ways. Phixfox, why can't you just be better? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Every day and every way we get a little bit better. One of my favorite people, and I'm not gonna say his name, but if he hears this, he would know who he is. One of my favorite people in the world was my basketball coach from back in the day, and it was really great because he was a new coach. And I was a newer player, and I remember telling him, I just don't want to make the C team. And I remember he was like, oh, don't worry, you won't. He's like, for sure, you're going to do much better than that. I look back on the people that have helped me in my life to be better, and I'm only where I'm at because of the many wonderful people that have invested time and energy, and people that have taken me under their wing, truly. It started with my dad. Like, thankfully, some people don't get that. Some people don't get a father that actually teaches them all the things that they need to learn. My dad did. My dad did a really, really good job, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Without my dad's influence in my life, I definitely wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be much of anything worth knowing or having. I really don't. And then from there, because he gave me such a good example, I think then I was able to recognize good, honest, and true folks that could help me when I saw them. If my dad didn't give me that first example, I wouldn't know what to look for in a potential mentor. But since that's happened, you know what? Things are just better. Yeah. So folks, if you're looking for, a mentor, or if you're looking to improve, or if you're looking for just anything in life, I hope that you find it, and I hope that you can get what you need from the people around you. And maybe more importantly, I hope you can be that person for others. That's maybe the most important thing that I need to do is be that person for other people, because I'm still, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on it. I got a lot of rough edges, and I got a lot of selfishness. There's a big part of me that doesn't like to devote my time and give it to other people. And I wish that I was different. It's not too late for me to be different. Really not. So why don't I just be different? Okay, we are killing these vines so slowly, and we're gonna fear you all the way back to where you started. That's so sad. He has no chance. He can't win. I can do this until I get tired of doing this. It's pretty sad. See what I'm talking about with that cooldown? I think that the cooldown needs to be adjusted. Okay, 7 Abyssal Envoys. We're gonna skip. Wait. I'm just gonna wait all the way around to here. Send you back. Do your damage. Concubine do a bit. Yeah. This is too good of a strategy. I don't think that there's any counter to this. Now, at this point, they could do Awaken Earth, but they're still not going to catch up. Still not going to catch up, that's for sure. We started off with like 100 of these guys. We're down to 50. Doesn't even seem fair. Does not even seem fair. And at this point, I don't mind. I'm not going to lose an Abyssal Envoy here. And even if I do, I've got one extra one due to the Abyssal Communion stacks. So what's the point? Even with the bad morale that's happened several times, we're still okay. Oh, look. Aw, they almost got to me. That's so cute. I'll finish this off myself. There we go. And 18 up to 19. Our levels have increased. Is this it? Oh no, this is not it. Basic intelligence goes into unfeeling. We're still looking for the Unbound skill. Oh my gosh, folks, this is so bad. Look at this. Expert sorcery. You have to take this. And the dream is still alive. The dream is still alive. We got one more slot left. If we can get into Unbound and we increase the level of all hero spells to their maximum, we're gonna be so good. So we don't actually want high mage because you're gonna be max, so there's no point. No piercing spells. And so if you're asking yourself, Phixfox, what does that even mean? Your spells are gonna be maxed out. Let's just take the blessing spell, for example. Right now, the blessing spell starts off at giving one creature 10% bonus damage. And then as you get additional levels, as you either pay for them or you get really good at that school of magic, then it goes from 10% bonus damage up to 15%. At level 2 plus, you get all your friendly creatures affected. And then at max rank, basic attacks will deal 15% to 25% bonus damage and everybody's affected. So the value in getting all your spells at max rank is absolutely nuts. Magic Arrow is not going to be particularly good. Summon Avatar is not going to be particularly good. But like long range for favorable wind, like the damage is going to be nutty there. Thick Hide is going to affect everybody. It's going to be 30% reduced damage. Yeah, it's game changing. We have to pick up one more level. Folks, we got to get to level 20. We have to just pray. We just have to pray. We can do this. Best of luck. Hopper's Ring. Uncanny Rite. Should be very free. No problems. 6,000 experience. Oh, we're getting close. That was a mistake, by the way. In the event that was good creatures, I probably would have had to have sacrificed 34 of these Aga'Shoth. That wouldn't have been ideal. Nope, would not have been ideal at all. I can go anywhere I want to. For now, I'm going to sit right here. I'm just going to wait here overnight. We'll sacrifice some of the movement points. House of Chains 2, Bloated Mansion. I might want to start getting additional spells, really. Great Library is an option. My main castle, I'm going to start to do upgrades. So this House of Chains, we're going to get this for the Bewitchers. The second castle that I'm in right now, I'm going to save resources. And I'll get the Great Library. +2 knowledge, we'll take it. We'll stay overnight, we'll get full spell points. And then the third castle, this third castle is scaring me because the enemy is somewhere over here. They poked their little nose out of this portal. I think I'm about to lose 44 Aga'Shoth and the Cultists. I don't think I want to pay to keep them either. I think I'm happy that we've had the marketplace. Do you want to make any additional trades? If you want to trade, this might be your last time to trade while you still have 3 marketplaces. I think I'm going to trade a little bit. of mercury. 4. Wood is fine. Let's just trade for the gems. 4 gems. Okay. Maybe a little bit of wood. It's a pretty good ratio at this point. Let's just do 6 units. Yeah, with 15 mercury left, you don't really want to trade the mercury, but it's the only precious resource I'm getting in big quantities. So for now, if the enemy attacks me, at least I made my trade before I lose the marketplace. Nihil has 71 movement points. She's going to save a little bit for the next day. On to the new day. Do we see an enemy here? Or what? I'm kind of worried. Anything here? Oh, there he is. We found him. Okay, but the enemy's not here yet. Oh boy, this is heating up. We've got to go through here. It doesn't look like there's an enemy on the other side. And do we get any additional information? Stinger. Enemy Warlock Hero. No Eye Town. Enemy City. I think I'm good to lose Maramatha. I just want to get the scouting off to the very best of my abilities. This portal has been just left alone. Tons of Abyssal Envoys, my word. Very scary. Yeah, no purchases here for now. Do I purchase the forces here? You definitely get the Arbitrators and the Concubi, no doubt. Do I take anybody else? I have Aga'Shoth here. I'm going to leave the Aga'Shoth behind, actually, though. I think that a big stack of Cultists is kind of interesting. And it would be a big stack of Cultists between this castle and this castle. And I think it'd be better than the 11 Shoth. I'll take the Cultists with me. Got 7,600 gold left. By the way, we stayed here, and that gave us a little bit more information out into here. Aha, Storm's Eye. Very cool. Mythic Magic Scroll allows a hero to use a special global map spell. This looks like an easy battle. I'm going to go fight this real quick and just steal this. Maybe it's a really good spell. By the way, Abyssal Communion, we have 2 out of 4 stacks. No losses. 3 of the Wurms. I'm going to lose the Wurms. That's fine. That's okay for me. This is probably going to be a fight I need to fight. Yeah, losing a Phoenix, I still don't want to do that yet if I can help it. And again, I don't think I have to. We got full spell points. Royal Mantis. Now, I think that Royal Mantis are actually... Yeah, Royal Mantis are one of the creatures that got changed. Yeah, they kept Reavers and they got rid of Mantis. That's very interesting. And I'm a little bit sad because I really do enjoy the Mantis. I think that they look nice. I understand why they were changed, though. They look a little bit too much like the Locust. It's hard to... Yeah, I understand why they changed it, but it doesn't make me any less sad. It really does make me pretty sad, actually. Okay, thank goodness for the web spell. Oh, you got good morale, you dirty dog. We'll do a little bit of damage here. Concubi are going to basically kill this whole stack. Abyssal Envoys are going to take 1 step forward. No, because if these guys get good morale again, or they do their adaptation of speed, gains 3 speed. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to go to here, just because if these guys get their speed bonus, I don't want to deal with that. Phoenixes are going to attack and then split to here. We shall wait. And I'm going to just do the damage while I can. Oh, sure. Get the hints. It feels so nice to be attacking on grass. I forget how much I dislike snow until this exact moment. And I just say, ah, this sucks. Good morale twice. Oh my goodness. This guy is bloodthirsty. Never darken my doorstep again. What a forward young man you are. My goodness. Hello, Phixfox wife, still going? Yes, I am. I'm glad that you've actually let me know that the feed didn't cut off for some reason. I mean, you know, I've just been talking to myself for the last hour or so, which is actually one of my favorite ways of doing these playthroughs, folks, because that's how I started playing Heroes of Might and Magic 2. It was just me with my camera at home, you know, just making videos. I still enjoy it. It's still, I think, my favorite way of playing these. Okay, Despair. Wow, 2 Despairs. I'm going to immediately disenchant one of these for 5 Alchemical Dust. You might as well. Mythic Magic Scroll. Second Wind. I already had... Are you kidding me? I already had Second Wind. Now I got Town Portal and Dimension Door and stuff, I guess. I'm still not happy. Okay. For some reason, the cultists don't want to join me. I would have wanted to join me. If it was me, I would have joined me. Pixie Tower allows you to recruit pixies. Okay, very cool. Phixfox wife says we went to your folks' house getting pizza for supper. I'm getting pizza for supper, or you're getting pizza for supper? Are you asking me to get you pizza for supper? I don't know what my wife's doing, but whatever she's doing, I trust that she's right. No, we are, LOL. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, your dad is. Oh, okay, perfect. Alrighty, I'm glad. So yeah, you're gonna have a wonderful evening there, and I'll be very, very happy to see you when you get back. Yeah. Okay. Abyssal Remnant. I think I'm gonna take this on the off chance that this gives me additional gold and faction law points. If we can get into this tier, every little bit of faction law points might matter. Cold touch ×2. What kind of pizza is it, dear sweet wife? Is it gonna be Papa Murphy's? Is it going to be Papa John's? Do you know? I think your dad likes Papa John's. I don't think I'm giving too much information. I don't think people are going to track him down by his pizza preferences. That'd be kind of wild if somebody did. People are doing like a lot of math in the background, like trying to figure out and triangulate. It's like, where is this guy? Well, he likes Papa John's, so he's got to be within a 25 square mile radius of Papa John's. Okay. Ooh, Heretic Avis. Now look at this. +1 gems a day. I mean, it's a free gem mine in a world where I don't have any gems. I'm actually, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I'm totally going to do this. Let's grab gold, or gems. Oh, I should have saved the gems for Heretic Avis. And then I'm just going to get rid of Olketh. Actually, no, wait. Basic scouting, it's day 2. He is the scouting hero. I'm going to let him scout one more day, and then I'm going to probably dismiss him and hire somebody else. That's crazy I'm about to do that. That's wild. We need to get Abyssal Envoys up here. Gingerbread House for the +4 on gems. I'm going to leave all of the summons. Maybe the Cultist Spire. Yeah, let's go get the Cultist Spire. And then we do want walls 3, but this is our main castle, and we're really trying to get to the bloated mansion. For now, I am going to pick up the treasury. I can't believe I'd never picked it up until now. Treasury over here. This is fine. Yeah, we're just out of gold. We're just out of resources. Okay, Blackhorn's where she needs to be. So grab these cultists, and let's keep an eye on these enemies. There's one down here. They kind of sprint away. Oh, this is an orange castle, though. I can't believe that Mara Matha is still alive. How are you still alive? I don't even know. Okay, good scouting up in here. Free treasure even. Good, good. Okay, we talked about having Olketh get some scouting. Alvar, as in like the elves of Alvar. Very interesting. Whoa, 2-faced legendary mask. Once per round, if you kill an enemy with heroic strike, you can use it again. This is so good with the swashbuckler ability from the Temple faction. It already has increased damage from the heroic strike, and then you add this. It's absolutely nutty. Now, it only works once a round, so you can't kill enemies again and again and again, but even using a heroic strike twice, top tier. And even better, because if it's Old Lord Mandel, Old Lord Mandel gets the 20% increased damage to whatever enemies are affected by that. There's some good stuff there. Good stuff there. Okay, let's just hand off what we need to here. Yeah, we'll hand off all of this. We'll go grab this Abyssal Envoy with Blackhorn in a second. We're heading back. There's the crystals we never picked up. I'm glad we finally picked this up. It's about time. Myers Altar. I guess we already grabbed all this. Okay. Okay. And finally, we're back home. We need 100 alchemical dust and a little bit more mercury. I don't think we're going to go for the Pauper's Glory line. And so this would be 10. This would be 30. So 40 plus this scroll. How much does this scroll disenchant for? 50? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna let this go right now. It's just not good. It's just not worth it. It's literally alchemical dust. That's all it is. So up to 76. This is gonna be 105. And we need, is it just 100? It's just 100? I think we're going to do this. Hold on, come back. Yeah, I'm not saying that our Heroic Strike that restores 4 mana isn't good. I just don't think it's better than getting my Overseers upgraded. Now we do need to get a little bit more resources. We could do Tavern, and then tomorrow we'll do a Marketplace. We'll have 4 marketplaces and we'll trade it up. I don't want to wait here. I want to go out and do damage. I want to go fight because I do feel like I'm really strong. I am really strong after all. But if I wait 1 day, am I still gonna have enough gold when all is said and done? I don't actually think I will. So let's go and attack. Hold on, I should have, there was a spell I wanted to pick up there. I can't remember what it was. Folks, here's the deal. It's currently 5:40. My library closes in 20 minutes. And so I need to kind of finish this playthrough for the day, unfortunately. I hate to do a break, but 4 hours of playing is kind of a lot for me. Maybe when I was a young person, it was a little bit easier, but now it's quite a bit harder. So anyway, what we're going to look to do is we're going to try to get this 1 level. And once we get 1 more level, and we're going to find out, did we get our advanced class or not? If we get our advanced class, then everything's golden. And if it's not, then I'm just gonna be so sad. But I need a resolution to that at least. So we're gonna fight enough fights to get at least that. And then I'll figure out where to go from there. Get the hints. Yeah, these guys should be tough. Hard to be tough if you can't touch your enemies though. I would have gotten 4 mana there if I had saved that artifact for another day. Oh well. At least this way I'm not going to forget about it later. 28, 21, 13 Minotaurs left. And even if they get good morale, yeah, that's not going to be enough. The Abyssal Envoys will finish this off. So many Minotaurs have just died. We did not pick up a level there, so we got more to do. We do have... if I get rid of a hero, I can maybe get a free one from this hero cage in a second. I'll probably grab that in a second. Free castle. That's maybe another marketplace, potentially. Yeah, I'll do another tavern here, just because it's free and cheap. And then we'll look to make some trades in a moment. Stay overnight? No, there's no need. Okay, where's the enemy going to come from? I am so scared. I think I saw something there. No, maybe not. Oh, there's an enemy. No, I'm not ready to fight you. Don't let me fight you. Zam the Necromancer. Zam, Zam. Look at this. He's got nobody. There's no way Zam is the guy. Folks, all right. This is how we're going to finish this playthrough. Zam the Necromancer, 10 attack, 9 defense, 6 power, 7 knowledge against my 10 attack, 17 defense, 16 spell power, and 8 knowledge. Yeah, there's no way this guy beats me, right? There's no way this guy beats me. But just in case, I think I've got additional forces here. I'm going to hire a new hero. It's going to be Heretic Avis. He's going to drag at least all of these forces down. I'm not going to make any of these upgrades because I don't want to run afoul of a bad upgrade. Yeah, we'll just go to right here. Avis will drop off these additional forces. Send them, my liege. Send them, I say. He's got basic recruitment, so he's actually a good hero to keep in my back castle. It does increase +4 to tier 1 creature growth. If we can get this upgraded, actually, it'll be even better. So let's go do that. And this is going to be the fight against Sam. There's no way we lose this. Yeah. And this is going to be our level up. So let's fight this fight. And for the first time in a long time, we're actually going to need to make sure that our troops are appropriately arranged. I think I want Abyssals up here. I think I want cultists down because I don't mind if I lose them or not. Yeah, this looks okay to me. So it's going to be 4 of the vampires, 18 of the Dread Knights, 22 of the Pestilent Liches, which I think that's the better version. No, it's not the better version. It's the other one that's the better version, I think. I'm not too sure anymore. Oh my gosh, is there a reason I can't cast any spells? What? Is there a reason I can't cast any spells? Is that the Undead's like favorite thing to do to me? Does the Undead just instantly counter me, or is there a bug with the Phoenix going first? I don't know the answer. We're going to skip. It's going to be, what's that spell? Optical Illusion, negative 40% ranged damage taken. Okay, all right. Well, good to know. I'm just going to continue to wait. I'll send the Aga'Shoth Riders down. Maybe that's going to invite the enemies to come attack me. Concubi. Yeah, start working on these liches. Clearly, you start working on the liches. And funny enough, if I could fear the enemy forwards towards me, that could be interesting. It's like, oh, you thought you were safe? What? You thought you were safe? Huh. Weird. Guess what? I don't know if Phixfox... Did our baby take his first steps? Did I miss it playing Heroes of Might and Magic? Please don't tell me that's what happened. Please don't tell me that's what happened. If that's what happened, though, you need to tell me. I'm so scared. What's my guess what from my wife? No, dang it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it was very good, and I'll be very happy to eventually have that happen. Okay, so we've moved the Pestilent Liches out, which is, I gotta tell you, it's kind of funny. I think that this is actually hilarious that this has happened this way. I'm gonna have the Phoenixes do tons of damage here. I love that we still have all of this. My cousin is engaged. I have a cousin? Which cousin? My cousin or your cousin? Okay, look, so now we can cast these spells. It's crazy. What's the best spell to cast here? I kind of want to do the Expert Summon Avatar. Yeah, I'm just going to do the Expert Summon Avatar. It should pop up somewhere here. Okay, yeah, it'll be fine. Go there in a second. Phoenixes are going to work on the Medusa. We're going to lose the Phoenixes here, it looks like. Oof. Tons of damage from the vampires. The Abyssal Envoys are probably going to crush these Dread Knights in just a second. Okay. 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 Which cousin is K? Oh no, really? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for him. Oh, that's so good. He's a oh, KK. Oh, good for her then. Oh, that's wonderful. Folks, what a momentous occasion. We have found out that Phixfox's cousin has gotten engaged. Wow, that's excellent. I love that. That makes me so happy. Yeah, good individual. Very lovely. Handcuffs. You don't get to cast any spells. Like Death's Embrace or whatever. Wow, that's wild. I was thinking of the other K. But he's a gentleman. That one. That's the one I was thinking of. Huh. I'm gonna reposition the summon avatar to right here. They got pushed away and now I'm gonna just push them back. Because reasons. 5 to 7 here. Yeah, the optical illusion's actually a bit frustrating, isn't it? Heroic Strike. I don't think I really want the Heroic Strike. Cultists have taken way too much damage. Don't like that. Medusa are trying to kill my Phoenix. They're not going to have a lot of success. Yeah, the fact that these enemies are taking 40% reduced damage is absolutely atrocious. Not my favorite thing. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get full energy points so that way my Abyssal Envoys can do damage and take damage and attack here in a second. So unfortunately, yeah, due to the initiative, they're gonna have to wait to do that. So I'm not gonna mess around for the moment. What spell is that? Optical Illusion? Did you cast that again? Okay, Abyssal Envoys, attack and defend, attack and defend. We still have 11, no problems. Yeah, and I'm gonna do this. Will of the Abyss. We're gonna take 2 turns here because I hate your guts. Hate your stinking guts. 1 and 2. Get out of my game. Oh my gosh, we did minimal damage there. That was kind of wild. Now, if I'm looking at this correctly, 31 HP, I think I can just defend, and then the Liches are going to have to figure out what they want to do. We're going to kill one of the dragons, or rather, one of the vampires. They do heal up to full. Arbiters. We're going to command fear these guys away. Get off of me. I'm going to help with these Medusa from afar. Yeah, Liches have to deal with that. One less. These little sneaky Dread Knights. I'm going to slither away with the Medusa, and we're going to do a lot of AoE damage right here. Pretty good, pretty good. And the Phoenix goes down, so I do lose my initiative, which is actually pretty bad. I've got to take out this stupid vampire. This guy just keeps sticking around. forever. Huh. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit of a waste, but Vampire's gonna go down. We still have spells we can cast. Abyssal Envoy gets into a new position. He's not out of position, he's just into a new position. I'll take out the 2 hounds. Do Heroic Strike. Kill one of you guys here. Liches do kill an Abyssal Envoy. Probably could have avoided that. The librarians just indicated that there's like 10 minutes left before we gotta all leave, so I'm a little bit I'm just trying to finish this fight, okay? I'm just trying to finish this fight, and we will. We're gonna do this very effectively, I'm sure. Yeah, this expert avatar is actually doing good work for me. Like that. Graverobbers they got Dig Up Bones, but it looks like they're not going to use it. It's not worth their points, I suppose. One more turn for Will of the Abyss. We're going to attack here. All dead. Keep working on the Medusas. I don't want the enemy to run. He might. He might? Maybe not. I don't think I can prevent the enemy from doing... I mean, there's so many of these guys. I can take out the final Medusa, I suppose. And then we'll figure out what to do. Let's wait a couple times. Okay, so if he didn't run there, I don't think he's going to. Yeah, alright. And so now, with this, we're gonna swipe this guy. And the losses look fine. We lost a couple of Concubi. Let's see, we lost 5 Concubi. We lost all the Cultists. We lost 2 Phoenixes, which was actually a little bit sad. And then we lost one of the Abyssal Envoys, but I think that just took one off the top for the Abyssal Communion. Here's the important thing, folks. This is the moment of truth. We leveled up. And if we've leveled up, we have to find out, did we get our special ability or not? No. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay. Well, here's the deal. We wanted Unbound, but we got offered basic resistance, basic arcane magic, and basic battle magic. I don't want any of these. I don't want any of these. Oh, it's so sad. Ah, we were so close. Well, ugh. These all suck. I'm gonna take basic resistance and then go for Hindrance Aura to make the enemy lose focus charges. Okay, all right, that'll work. So folks, we did not get our special ability, which, hey, you know what? It's an advanced class. You're not supposed to get it all the time, right? Like, that's just the way life goes, and that's okay. It's fine. We will survive. First, I was afraid. I was petrified. But this is a good second option for me. Deck of spells, I'll take it. Music Sheet, Orb of Inhibition, pretty good. Wizard's Cloak, etc., etc. I will take this, and we're gonna be happy for this, folks. It's time for me to call it. I know we still got some movement points here. It's day 4. There's lots to be done, but we just fought this big fight. I will figure out what to do more next time, but for now, Phixfox is gonna save this off because it is time. It's time for me to evacuate the library. If I can just get out of the building, then I can still upload this video today and use the Wi-Fi until it shuts off, but they definitely want me out of the building in the next 5 minutes. So for that, I'm gonna say thank you to everybody that spent the time and the energy. This has been a fun playthrough. Interesting in there. Green player's already been defeated. We just took out a really tough, I think that was an orange hero, and there's lots to be done still. So green's gone, blue is still crazy. Oh, it must have been the blue player. Yeah, it was a blue enemy hero because they are the necromancers. Yeah. So there's still lots to be done. I'm very excited to see what this orange player does. Folks, that'll be another day, another time. So do me a huge favor. In the meantime, look after you, look after your friends, look after your family. Take very good care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? My name is Phixfox. Remember that Olden Era early access is going to drop in April at April 30th. And until that time, I'm going to continue to try to make fun Olden Era videos. I'm going to continue to do some nice fun stuff. If you're interested in my heroes rankings for Schism faction, that video has already been out recently. Yeah. Take it easy. If you want to like this video, you can. If you want to subscribe, you can do that on YouTube. If you want to join the Phixfox Discord, do that. Bro, we're just here to hang out and have a fun time. And I got a feeling that that's what you're here for too. So with that, bye everybody.